All I'm saying is this. How about you wipe that paint off your face and then see if you still got that same confidence when you talk to me? 99% of you women won't. Y'all be chasing a woman that's running from you.
Come on, champ.
You supposed to be picking the one that's looking at you.
Come on, champ.
When you do that, you don't even need game because she gonna do everything you need. My uncle told me, stop looking at that that you want and start looking at that little funny looking in the corner that's looking at you because that woman finna do everything for you. The value that a woman brings to the table makes her bad to me. So the looks ain't even gonna be the first thing. Y'all put that before everything. I'm putting what a woman's doing for me before everything. I hate to say it, but I'ma say it. You gotta get you a new broad because the old broad you got is always gonna try to treat you how you used to be. And dudes always choosing some bum broad to fuck with. What do that make you? Okay. A woman don't respect, but what she's forced to respect. Man, you know who it is. You know what it is. The Goldie Hour. We on here. Kick a little game tonight. Ask a few questions. Man, I want y'all to call in. Y'all ain't seen me on here in a while. Few days. You know, it's going up with this sports bet, man. So I think I'm about to retire. You know, getting all this free game. You know, I'm flipping a bag right now on a major level. So I feel like I'm going to just start doing these videos in my school group, the Brotherhood, the Players Club, for those who really want to tap in. So make sure to link in the description, you know, tap into the Players Club. That's where I feel like I'm going to just start keeping all the game for the ones who really want it, you know, rather than getting on this YouTube all the time. But what we talking about tonight? I want y'all to call in tonight. It's looking real dark on my phone. Let me know if it's dark to y'all. Nah, the brightness is cool right there. I would tell you to go fix that camera, but I already know you're going to go over there. It's going to be a bunch of confusion. Yeah. Give me 1 second. And we back. It's a little bit brighter in here. It's just how I like it. All right. What we talking about? Who calling in? Who got a question? Who got a question in here? Somebody said bought the bundle. Oh yeah, go get the bundle. We just dropped the price on the bundle again. We went up to regular price. We dropped the price a little bit. Go get the bundle right now. Every course, every book, every blueprint. And if you get in the game group, the new game group, the Brotherhood, the Players Club, it's courses in there that I drop on a regular. I come up with stuff all the time, and I go deep on it. And sometimes I don't even take the time and put it for sale on my website. I just put it in the Brotherhood. And we go deep. We on the business subjects, on the mentality subjects, and things of that nature. So you're doing yourself a disservice if you only jumping on these lives. And in the Brotherhood, we do weekly calls every Sunday where you get to ask questions on Zoom. And, you know, we go deeper than we could go on here. But come on with the questions, man. Come on, what we doing? Someone said, I hate when women... And you know what I'm going to try to do on this? I'm going to try to not cuss this entire live. See if I can do it. Just don't get me all worked up in here. Somebody said, I hate when women got pet fur all over their beds. It ruined so many of my fits. Man, they didn't like that video I did talking about pets. People be in their feelings about stuff like that. I knew they was too. That's what I be saying. Some of you dudes be acting like bras, man. Hey man, I don't deal with pets like that. You do. That's fine. Why you mad at me talking about it? Y'all showing y'all feelings about it. Hey man, if the shoe fits, wear it. Niggas in my comments sounding like bitches, man. You so mad because I don't fuck with pets. If motherfuckers say anything about me, it don't matter because that ain't what I think. And what you say about me, only if it's true, do you feel some type of way about it. If you don't feel like that shit apply, then you let it fly. I'm not dating a woman who sleep with her dog. I ain't never really had too many women who had pets like that. I told you, but though back in the day, sometimes you'll get a woman a dog just because that gonna keep her mind occupied, you know. I don't mind is a devil's playground. So sometimes, man, you'll get a broader dog just so now she ain't worried about where you at all the time. Now she ain't worried about this. Now she's dealing with this dog, so her mind ain't gonna start to wonder, and she gonna wander out the situation, wander out a good situation, because she can't sit still. What do you think about a movie date for the second link? I mean, you could do it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Depending on what vibe you on. I'd rather be in a situation where I can talk to you though, right? Uh, you sitting in a movie, you just hanging back. I mean, I guess if you don't got no conversation, which most of y'all don't, if you don't have nothing to talk about, to me, hey man, this movie is entertaining you because I can't generate entertainment in my conversation. And I wanna know, a movie date is something you do with your girl, right? Y'all been talking, y'all know each other. If I'm just getting to know you, how am I gonna get to know you in a movie? Nah, man, I'd rather be with you somewhere where we can talk, we can conversate. I could explain to you the things that I'm into, the things that I'm doing, how you might be a part of what I'm doing, what you got going on, who are you, what's going on. So I mean, a movie date to me is like some simple shit, some high school shit that you do because you ain't got no conversation for the broad and you scared to be able to, conversate with her, converse with her. Said, I just found out my girl is 2 months pregnant. I'm 26, got 25K in my savings. Any advice? Well, you ain't tell me nothing. Okay, she pregnant. You ain't tell me, do you like her? She got the right vibe. Did you plan to have the baby? Are you happy having the baby with her? Yeah, no, that's good point. Invest in a mentorship, right? So you can get on some one-on-one calls. You can get all my blueprints. You can get the right mindset. But I'll tell you like this, man. You 25. What you having a baby for, man? Come on. You where you want to be? Are you where you want to be? Because you just made everything in your life that much harder. Because every decision you make now, you have to run it through your mind about, well, what about my child? Where's my child at? What am I doing with my child? It's so many factors that you just introduced into your life. I mean, it is what it is. Do what you want to do, though. I'm just saying, where you trying to go in life? What's the deal, Goldie? I'm in Texas, bringing a load to Dallas. Hey, Mr. Chandler, that's what's up. All right, man, stay working. Stay on your job, man. I hope you still in the gym. I hope you still in your macros. I hope you still doing your daily disciplines, your daily blueprint. What's the deal, Goldie? Hold on. Somebody was calling me. Yeah, hello.
Oh my God, my friend took my phone and she lives in Fort Lauderdale. And I had to go back there once I was like almost home because I kind of like took a nap. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back to Fort Lauderdale and the traffic, I'm stuck. I'm like, so I was stuck there for like 2 hours.
Oh
Well, not
yeah.
really, but yeah. And now I'm going back home, but I'm like, this is too much.
Oh, okay. What's up? Come pull up. Come do the podcast with me.
Boy, I'm going to sleep. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
like that.
I'm stressed out. Like, it's too much. Are you going to pay me to do the podcast? Like, what the fuck?
You said the what?
Are you going to pay me to do the podcast or
You
what?
you you crazy. You talking crazy right now. Are you talking crazy like
How?
that?
How am I talking crazy?
You talking super crazy right now. Listen, I'm on my podcast. I'm gonna call you.
That's what he said. You talking
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm on the podcast right now. Somebody said, I hate when I love dogs, but they're a big responsibility. No, that's a fact. A dog is like having a child. At least when you have a child, you know one day that's your legacy. You building your legacy. One day, if you old, your kid's gonna take care of you. Man, your dog can't take care of you. Your dog gonna die before you die. So it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. I ain't even gonna keep talking about it because obviously everybody hate it. So we ain't even gonna talk about it. I'm trying to build up a new roster. Any tips? Ask yourself why you want to build up a roster. You know, tell me that. I want you to reply right now and tell me why you want to build up a roster. What is the benefit of building up a roster? Because you niggas ain't getting no money from these broads. And I'm not saying that's what you should do. But what are you getting from a woman by having a roster? Ego validation, feeling like you somebody because you got multiple women. What do multiple women bring into your life for real? Really ask yourself, having multiple women means what? Diverting my time and attention to multiple things outside myself that don't help me in no type of way. Now, if you getting women to do things for you and do what they supposed to do, then okay. But that's not the case most of the time. So you tell me why you want to build up a roster. Shout out to Tiffany, always in here bringing in $50. Thank you. Always. She the first one with a super chat tonight, putting y'all to shame. She don't got no question, no nothing. She just show love and show support. And I give y'all game that changed y'all life, and y'all just in here just listening. In your experience, did big women cook better? No. I don't know. Bro, bought your book. He said you sprayed roach spray on me in a dream. I think bowling or mini golf a good second date. Well, you gotta listen. This is what I feel like about dates, right? You trying to make her enjoy herself and have a good time. Okay, that's cool. But in a first or second date, man, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm not trying to. It's to me, it's not about trying to have such a good time. You know, you put yourself in a bad spot by when you get with a woman. All you trying to do is have a good time because now that's the new standard. I introduce her into my life by having all these stimulating experiences. So now she gets trained to feel like that's what it should be with me on a regular basis. And in due time, if I get with this woman, real life is not always a stimulating experience. So then it becomes, well, now I'm bored. Well, now what? It's not like it used to be. Why? Because you started too big. You tried to have so much stimulus to make her excited. If she can't get excited off me and my conversation, I would rather her know that off the dribble. Come on, let's go to eat. Let's just go eat. You know, let's chill. Let's talk. You know, if if I'm trying to get to know a woman that I want to be in my life, then guess what? I would rather just have a conversation with her. I'd rather just be talking to her all night. And if that is not going to be enough for her to say, I want to keep dealing with her, then guess what? Eventually, she's not going to deal with me when we stop doing all these fun, stimulating things. Or like most dudes, your entire life and relationship is going to be doing these stimulating things and going to dinner and going here and doing all these extravagant things. And you're just going to waste a bunch of money and a whole bunch of time. I'd rather have a woman that like me. She like my conversation. She like what I'm about. And we could just vibe together doing anything. But you're never going to give her the chance to see that off the dribble. So 2-3 months down the line, when you stop doing all these stimulating things with her and she just has to just chill with you, now she's unhappy. But guess what? If you would have showed her that from the beginning, you would have knew if she liked you or not. Goldie, you all often talk about women using the game for evil. Why do you think they do this? What is the theory behind it? Um, because it's easy. You know, men are easy. So when they get the game, it's like it's too easy. I mean, women are easy too. You know what I'm saying? But they just have a higher expectation than men. Men are so easy because they have no expectations. Women have high expectations, and that's a good thing. Everybody should have high expectations. Men have just been trained to not have the same expectations. You know, all a woman got to do is show up. Don't talk to me crazy, and a dude is gonna accept it. It don't matter. A man could be nice, a man could be a gentleman, but guess what? A woman got standards. It need to be like this. He need to be doing this. He need to be doing that. So because men have no standards, when they get the game, they could pull a man's nose through the ringer. You know, and I've seen it a million times. You, how many times have you seen a domestic situation where the man and the woman have a child. When the man has the child, he doesn't say, "Oh, you can't see your son." He doesn't make it a problem. He's not asking for child support unless he really needs it. But when a woman has a child and she has the power, what does she do? She wields power like a tyrant. She's gonna say you can't see your son, not because you're not a good father, but just because she's upset with you or you're not doing what she wants you to do. Right? She's gonna ask for child support, not because she needs it, not because you're not doing and providing for the child, but because she's upset. So history has shown you that when a woman has power, because most of the time in life they don't, that they use it like a tyrant. You know what I'm saying? It's really a social construct, because nobody's going to look down on a woman for not letting the father see the child. But you would feel bad in your own heart to not let your child see the mother just because you upset. So it's just a difference. It ain't nothing crazy. It's just a difference. EJ, yo, what's the deal? Just tapping in for the game. Is that EJ that I know? That's real. Why more experience? Just see who likes me, get some investments, etc. But I get what you're saying. I'm cool being alone, just putting myself out there more. Good question, though. Never mind. Thought of it. Yeah, man. All right, man. Listen, the more women you have, the more headache you're going to deal with. The more women you have, unless they really producing for you, you got to ask yourself what the reason really is. What should I do if my girl isn't okay with me talking to other women? Well, shit, if she ain't okay with you talking to other women, then you got to get you a woman who's going to be okay with her, or just don't do it. At the end of the day, man, you got to pick the woman who's going to let you do what you want to do. And if you would rather talk to multiple women, then find a woman that's going to allow you to do that. You got to know what you want. I know what I want, and I'm not going to bend on it for nobody. So you just got to be more solidified in what you want, man. I always tell myself I do what I want, when I want, how I want. And not even the fact that I want to do it all the time. It's just the fact ain't nobody going to tell me that I can't. This is my life. I pay the bills. I have to go through everything I have to go through to have what I want. So I ain't going to do all of this and then let somebody who don't contribute to me tell me what the fuck I can and can't do. It just don't make sense. Why would I do that? What should I do if my girl is okay? We here. Man, come on with them questions, man. If y'all ain't got no questions, I'ma jump off, you know. And just so everybody know, listen, I done made $100,000 from, what was it, August 2nd to September 7th, and that was just on selling new digital products behind this content. You know, y'all need to understand y'all need to get online. Y'all need to understand y'all need to be able to monetize your personality and the things that you're talking about. You know, I say that to say, man, I'll jump off this motherfucker right now because I don't need to be on here. And y'all ain't asking no good questions. See, I like to come in here when I'm getting good questions. See, back in the day, we used to have game sessions, with my mentors and my uncles, and we would all sit around. We'd all get on the phone, like 6, 7, 8 of us, and we would chop game. What y'all going through? Y'all not asking me no good questions right now. What's one piece of game you would give your daughter if you had one? Man, I give her the same game I give a man. Value yourself. Stand on your principles. Put yourself in position so you don't have to need the man, and then you could get the man that you actually like and the man that you want. All game is universal. Everything I tell to a man, a woman could flip it and use it for herself. He said, Goldie, stay gamed up. You dig? This night, Silk, West Oakland. West Oakland, shout out to you. He said, I'm working on building my women up into philanthropy work. What advice would you have for that? Man, I don't know. Shit, tell me why. Why are you building them up to philanthropy work? I don't see why would you do that? Now, what I really say is this. How much time and energy does it take for you to build that woman up to philanthropy work? And then once you build her up to that philanthropy work, where is the return on your time, energy, and investment for you that she can build for you? And then ask yourself, the time and energy that you spend on building her up for something, what would happen if you took that same time and energy and built it up inside of yourself and inside of your business and things that you're doing? What's the better return on investment? What's the better ROI? Is it me building somebody outside myself, or is it me building myself? Because a lot of times what you don't understand is, man, building a woman, the best way to build a woman is to build yourself and lead by example. I'm not going to go out my way to try to build you here and build you here and build you here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be so focused on building myself, and me building myself is the blueprint for how you could build yourself. You see what I'm doing in this area. You see what I'm doing in this area. You see what I'm doing in this area. And by me living like that in front of you, it's going to inspire you to want to do the same thing. So therefore, I don't have to divert time away from building myself to build her. I just make an exemplary example of myself in front of her. And if your example is big enough, then the woman will naturally want to gravitate and start to do the things that you're doing. Act 1999, he said, Goldie, you had many cars. What was one of the first cars you owned where a woman started noticing you, what you drive? Man, I had a Cutlass Supreme back in the day. Then I got the first car. I feel like, I mean, I come from a place where they ain't, they ain't have big cars like that. Even now, like, y'all don't really understand. Only in the past 5, 6, 7 years is people riding supercars and Rolls Royces and things like that. People wouldn't ride shit like that back in the day. It didn't happen. So having a Benz, 15 years ago was something, or BMW, that was, oh, you got a BMW. Oh, you got a Benz. That was something back then before they started coming out with fucking 10 different versions of the Benz. It's damn near like a Honda. You know what I'm saying? But I had a Buick. What was it? Looked like a spaceship back then. I can't remember what it was. But also I had when I got my first BMW, a 5 Series, I can remember like going to the club and women was like, oh, that's you in a BMW? You know what I'm saying? So, but that's different now. You ride a BMW now, like depending where you at, women ain't tripping on that. My first real whip that I feel like really changed the game for me though was when I got my CLS 550. Long time ago, one of my first whips, like it was brand new. And it was like, oh, even my uncle was like, oh, nephew, you coming up. EJ, man, I know you got some questions for me. Come on. What's the longest run you had with a 304? 8 years. You can't lead if your game ain't tight. Yeah, that's why you gotta get your game tight. Get the bundle, get in the group, get into school, get a product, get the book. Did you have to leave your hometown? Man, come on, y'all. We be asking the same questions in here. Yes, I left my hometown. I told you, I jumped out my hometown, man. I was homeless in Vegas. Before you had to pay to park in the parking garages in Vegas, I'll sleep in my car and I'll get dressed at the Monte Carlo. I'll iron my clothes. I'll go to the gym and I'll get out, shower, and get on my job. I did that. What's one of the first books you gave your broad? As a Man Thinketh. But I used to give them other books too because of the profession they was in. I had to give them Seduction, by Robert Greene. I would give them books, whatever area that they needed to enhance their life in is what I would give them. But I would always start with a mindset book, right? Because at the end of the day, it don't matter what you teach anybody, the mindset that you have is going to trump everything. You have all the information in the world. If your mindset ain't right, ain't nothing going to be right. What's one of the first books? Talk about the power of goals, set smart goals, specific, measurable, attainable. I ain't going to do that because that's what we get into in my mentorship. Check, play, ride, and clean, cool, but it's the cat driving it that really brings out the car. Ride and clean, cool, but the cat driving it will really bring the car out. What he's saying is, hey man, your car matter, but it's really who's driving the car. Yeah and no. At the end of the day, it don't matter who you is. You ride a motherfucking Rolls Royce, you ride a supercar, unless you just a super unconfident, lame, square, woo, woo, woo. Nah, man, your car matter. Because before you even open your mouth, people have made a judgment about you, and it don't matter what you say, unless you just superly wow somebody, and then I don't want to do that much work. Like, you can't say your whip don't matter. Hey, man, well, say that to the bitch then. You know what I'm saying? Oh, do the bitch titties not matter? Her body looking good don't matter? Her face on point matter? No, it all matter. And you make an assessment in your mind when you see her exterior about who she is. And that colors everything about her and everything that she says. Same thing when you hop out in the whip you in. She's made an assessment about who you are. Not to say you can't have a good whip and still knock the bra. You be inside somewhere she don't even see your whip and she like you. But when she see your whip, it's like if she see your clothes. It's like saying, oh, well, it's the man, it's not the clothes. Okay, but if you was walking around with some dusty old Skechers, with mud on them, and you had a dingy shirt that wasn't ironed and didn't even fit you right, you think that don't matter? It do matter. And to tell yourself that it don't, you're doing yourself a disservice. There's two people standing there and they both saying the same thing. Which one are you going to talk to? The one who got the right car and the right clothes and everything, or the one who don't? If we both the same, man, the only thing I'm doing is enhancing the reason why you should talk to me. It's like, man, you got to be attractive. And what it really shows is if I take so much time on my appearance and the things that I have, then I value myself because I feel like I'm worth it. So I mean, you could say, oh, it ain't the car, it's the man in the car. All right, yeah, to a degree. To a degree. Goldie, bought your $1 million blueprint course and how to get chose with your mouth closed course. Some good game. Make a how to test her course. We need that. It's in the works. It's damn near done. How to test her. I got so many ways how to test a woman. The thing is, when I tell you how to test a woman, most of y'all not going to do it because deep down inside, she not going to pass the test. But that's what y'all need to know, that she don't really like you like that. And it's okay. I'm going to ask him in a minute. He said, what's the cons of making a woman obsessed? Oh, that's a good question. I can make a woman fall in love easily, right? But the older I get and the more experience I get, I realize, man, you got to really pick the woman that you want to make fall in love with you. Because when she in love, she's irrational. If she don't got the right character, then it could be more bad than it is good. You know what I'm saying? So choose wisely, because once a woman is in love, once she's infatuated, she don't think straight. And because it's going to be so hard not to deal with you, and it's going to be so painful not to deal with you anymore, then it becomes a problem. Then she want to slander your name. Then you got way more problems than if you just kept shit cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, be careful. You want to make sure that you make a woman fall in love with you who got all the right characteristics and ain't gonna key your car when she get mad at you or when you try to leave her or try to. Man, you know how many videos I got on my phone this day? I'm notorious for recording women. I got recordings to this day from women 12, 13, 14 years ago when they trying to slit you better come get me, or trying to put theyself in a fake ass hang sling because I ain't dealing with them no more. That's what happens when a woman really love you. They get irrational. I had a broad tell me one time, she like, I'm finna X myself out in this hotel. I'm just like, well, bitch, can you do that tomorrow when you check into the room in your name? Because right now it's in my name and you're gonna fuck my life up. I had a woman damn near crash a car before because she was so distraught over me saying I wasn't dealing with her no more. You know what I'm saying? So be careful who you make fall in love with you, because it'll be a bigger headache than it's worth. Yeah, that CLS 550, man, it was always like a newer body style. That body style to this day is still it's still like a newer, just one of those cars where it was like that was elite. So when I got it, when it was brand new, it was, oh man, it was everything. I had this woman one time, this little Asian broad that I had when I was in Vegas, and we pulled up to go get something to eat one day at one of these casinos, and it was like a Bentley. And she said, like, out the side of her mouth, like, I want to fuck that car. And immediately a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, this is how women really think about shit like this. You can't say, oh, it shouldn't matter. But guess what? It's what mattered to them. That's what they be thinking. So all I have to do, I can try to have all the game. I could dress the best. I could have the best game. But what's going to immediately hook a woman, and I don't need none of that? Oh, you just had a right car. So what do you want to do? You want to work harder? You want to work smarter? This is what it is, man. There's certain restaurants that are full up, been booked up for months. I pull up with one of my cars. The manager will come out, hey, we got a spot for you. You want to work smarter or you want to work harder? It's just whatever you want to do, but don't dilute yourself to act like it don't matter, because it does. He said, why you skipping the question, bro? I don't know. What questions you asking? Maybe I don't like your questions, man. I don't know. He said, watching your podcast helped me a lot. Hearing you talk about books changed my life. You made me pick up a book and lock in. Currently reading The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. Appreciate the game. Yeah, I say it all the time. You know, books changed my life. It's one of the most single things in my life that I know changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be the same person I am. Reading the right books will really enhance and unlock certain things in your mind that'll change everything. If you're not reading, I mean, I don't know. You ain't got to read. I'm just saying. I caught one at work today, but I don't have a car. How should I go about the link? Uber? Fuck you mean? Hey man, I'll get the black car. You know, that's all you need, man. I know millionaires out here who got the black. Not most of them. I'm really thinking about one person I know. But at the end of the day, but he got money though, and everything about him show he got some money. Hey, listen, you ain't got no car, man. You shouldn't even be fucking with that broad unless you feel like she gonna help you get a car for real. Like, what you doing? You about to go spend some money on a broad? You know, maybe lay down with her and maybe hang out with her when you should be spending that time trying to figure out to put your life in position to get you a car. But if you do want to go out with her, just get the black truck. You know what I'm saying? Probably $50 each way. You know, like, and just tell her, like, look, you know, I want to have a good night tonight. I ain't trying to worry about nothing. Let's get the black car. Tell her, hey, my license is messed up right now, so I don't want to take the whip. I'm just gonna, we just gonna do the black thing. We gonna get chauffeured around so I can talk to you. You know, he said, bought all the stuff and then the new players club. I want to start a tech company. Any ideas on how I should go about it? You said a tech company. I mean, there's so many different things in the tech space. I need more information. Afi Kingdom International, my God, 1999. Salute, bro. Question: even though I do YouTube on IG, I get my motion, but off memes and reels, not my own content. Now I want to drop more game out there on IG. When I drop regular stuff, no push. Should I start a new one or push? Listen, people ask me this all the time, and they be like, "Oh, should I start a new one?" No, you start a new one, you're gonna have to start from the ground up. You can integrate everything that you're doing, and actually, if you posting content that's not yours on your page and people are watching, then you're gonna get all those people to watch your content just because they already following you. I would just add in what I'm doing on top of that, and the stuff you already been posting gonna get the eyes that you. Otherwise, you're gonna have to start a whole new channel, build up from the bottom. Man, I'm gonna just integrate everything into the one thing that I'm doing, and then you could segue into just your stuff or make another page on the side. But I will be posting your stuff on a page that's getting the most traction. That's my advice. Nah, that's my guy though, bro. You an older version of me. What you mean by that? He said, EJ, I never make it past a year with a broad. I always cut them off before. I know partially that could be a good thing, but I know I could be getting more also. What's the key to tolerating long periods? I mean, it ain't no key. That's the problem. Why are you even thinking, why should I tolerate longer periods? Man, you got to ask yourself, how valuable is a woman that you're dealing with? Most of the time, your woman ain't that valuable, right? If you cutting her off, what is she bringing? I don't want to tolerate shit. I want to have something that I want. And the only way I'm going to tolerate something is if she's bringing so much value in other areas. Oh, well, I can tolerate this little thing about her. I can tolerate this thing about her. I can tolerate little personality traits that aren't major if she's so major in these other areas that's benefiting me and all the things that I like. But nah, you should be more looking to cut women off faster than you do. Because you got to think about it like this. If I'm with a woman, you say, oh, it don't make it past a year. Well, guess what? Then it should have made it past the first 2 weeks. Because all you did was waste hella fucking time. And what did you do? Have sex with her? Go out to eat with her? Ask yourself, if you never met the last broads you had, would your life be any different? Probably not. So therefore, all you did was waste a whole bunch of time and energy you could have been putting in yourself. You could have been putting to find a better woman. But so if it ain't going to last a year, then we shouldn't even have it past 2 weeks. Very few women in most of you dudes' life is in your life. You saw, oh, my life was better because this bitch was here. No, it wasn't. Your life would have more or less been the same. Actually, you probably would have had more money. Probably would have had more time. Probably been doing more shit you should have been doing if you didn't meet the woman. So therefore, shit, it didn't last a year. Well, we shouldn't have had it go past 2 weeks. That's why you got to put them tests out early and put them tests out soon. The sooner I can realize like this is not really gonna work long term. So what am I wasting my time with? Oh, for entertainment? All right, man, you can do it. You can do it if you want to. Bought all this stuff. He said, I always thought I was too charismatic to pay for some game. And somebody would just give it to me for free, but I'm gonna have to invest in your membership. P. I respect your campaign. Yeah, a lot of niggas you say that shit too. I was just talking to one of my homies. He just got out of prison in Vegas, and we was talking about one of our other homies back in the day. And he was like, hey, man, you and me, we used to find niggas and pay for game. Find niggas who wasn't even selling game and try to pay for game. And that's why we lap niggas. And niggas used to say, oh, nigga, you paying for game? Nigga, woo, woo, woo. And yeah, nigga, and you're homeless now. Yeah, nigga, and you was riding in my cars and staying in my condos. Oh, so, because I was paying for the game. You thought you knew everything. Hey, man, what somebody give you for free is worth just that. Even the shit that I give you for free, guess what? The shit that you'll pay for is way deeper. So, I mean, do what you want to do. Can you really expect somebody to really dig in their soul for game that's gonna be life changing when it's free? They have no incentive. Even on an unconscious level, it's like I'm only so invested in giving you information. I might, yeah, we chopping it up and I'll give you some game and you might learn from it. But what type of game do you think you can get from somebody that you paid for who now feel like, damn, he gave me value, so I need to really pull from the depths of my soul to give him some game? It's gonna be a different level of game. You never, like people go to college. Why do they charge for college? So you would pay for college, you would pay for a book, but you wouldn't pay for somebody to give you game. I don't know where that thinking came from, but a lot of people thinking it hold a lot of people back. A chick at Costco dissed me for not having a car. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but you should have a car. Do you ever let her know she's a duck? No. There's no real reason for me to make a woman feel bad about where she's at. If she's a duck and I know she's a duck, then I know I can't deal with her. So if I'm not going to deal with her, there's no incentive for me to say, "Oh, you's a duck." Wow, you just gonna get upset. Now we might have a conflict. I don't want a conflict with you. I'm not going to deal with you. But if she's on a level and I see she may have some potential, she just need to learn these few things, then yeah, I'll tell her, hey, listen, you need to do this, you need to do this. Hey, you better than that. I see your potential. But that's only if I see her potential. If she's really a duck and I know I'm not going to deal with her, there ain't even no point for me to even tell her that. For what? I don't need a conflict with somebody I'm not going to deal with. You're a duck and I know you're a duck and I know you're not going to change. So I'm going to just withdraw myself from the situation. I'm not even going to let you know about yourself. That's how I feel about haters. Like, motherfuckers be talking shit like you got a hater and you telling them about yourself. Never do that. Never tell your hater about themselves. Why? Because they might fix it. I want you to be as oblivious as you can to all your flaws, and I'm not going to wake you up to that shit, and you're going to be a loser forever. So, you know, I ain't going to tell the woman nothing about herself if I don't feel like it's going to go nowhere. Afi Kingdom, that advice was expert level. Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, my guy. Always. He said, can you do that when the room is in your name? It's crazy. He said, can you do that when the room is in your name? Yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah, the room was in my name. I got the room, and she like, oh, I'm finna do this to myself. I'm like, God damn, bitch, just can you get the room in your name and then do it? To do it anyway. Well, it's in my name, bitch. But see, that's why don't put yourself in them trick bags. It's a lot of things I don't do now because I'm not gonna put myself in a trick bag. And if I didn't put myself in that situation, it wouldn't have been a situation. She probably wouldn't even feel as good to have tried to do what she did or say she was gonna do what she was gonna do if my name wasn't on that room. That's why you got to be 10 steps ahead and never put yourself in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? And all these bras, they be lying about what, oh, I'm finna do this to myself. It's just to get you outside yourself and give them attention. But it's very hard not to give a woman attention who's talking like that, so they know exactly what to do. I've been talking to this girl for about a year now. All of a sudden, she ghosts me and then say she wasn't feeling well and that she is irritated and sad and all this BS. I already told her ass I'm just leave her, but she still want me. What do I do? How should I start getting her on my program? You can't get her on your program. She got to want to be on your program. Hey, and you don't go out and try to recruit people to work for your job. People got to put in an application. And sometimes you just got to understand, man, she don't want it enough and it ain't never gonna work. And you just accept that. You know, it's a billion women in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't gonna get on your program. Women gonna have problems. Women gonna flake on you. Women gonna do this, but they don't do that. And all it signifies, man, she don't like you that much. Even if she on your line, if she not really overly, really on top of your body and really trying to make that shit work, then that ain't really the woman that you're gonna have a long-term success with anyway. And she already showed the color. So I mean, it is what it is. Dudes should be more okay with saying, you know what, she don't like me like that. She don't fuck with me like that. And it is what it is. Just let it be what it's gonna be. Otherwise, you just gonna put yourself in for a whole lot of heartache and drama and trauma. And all you're gonna do is get attached, emotionally attached to somebody who's giving you all these problems. It's going to be even harder to walk away when you know you should. So it's best to just walk away now while you're not emotionally attached to this woman. It'll make it easier. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot harder later. Just received the book of game today. I'm about to be moving like a Power Ranger, man. It's going to change your life. I'm telling you, hey, get the book of game right now, the physical copy, signed physical copy right here. I like who likes me.com. Get it now. Link in the description. Goldie, you ever smashed a punk or had a punk back when you was in a game? I had a couple punks. They was checking it in though, but eventually, man, because I was cold. You think I'm cold now, and I ain't even cold no more. I used to be cold than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I have a punk and was checking it in for a second, but as soon as she started doing some punk shit, I was never going for it. And women would be like, I'm finna go back to my old nigga because you not going for nothing. I wasn't going for nothing. Nathan. You know what I'm saying? Said, on the real, I'm coming up, but I'm bored. Yeah. You got to be bored. And that's why most people will never come up because they can't be bored. If you're not being, if it's called being okay with the mundane. If you can't be okay waking up early, going to sleep early, having a very structured day, not doing much, not going out, working on what you're working on, reading the things you need to read, developing yourself and going to the gym, going to sleep early. If you're not able to do that for a long period of time, well, you ain't never going to come up. And that's why most people don't come up because they need excitement. They got FOMO. They got to go out here. They got to go out there. They got to mess their routine up. It's the people who are okay with the mundane and could do the mundane over a long period of time that are going to come up. So that's why I say when you can learn the discipline of saying, I'm okay, like really sit with yourself and say, yeah, I ain't got no bitches right now, but that's okay and I'm okay. I ain't got nowhere to go out this weekend, but that's okay and I'm okay. I'm okay with going to sleep early. I'm okay with going to the gym. I'm okay with not having a bunch of people on my phone. I'm okay with sitting in my house and working on the things I need to be working on without a whole bunch of extra stimuli. If you can't do that, I'm not saying you can't come up, but you probably won't because you're diverting your attention. You have to be able to work on something for a long period of time, work on your business, work on the research, work on that personal development for a long period of time without needing all of this extra stimuli. You know, it just is what it is. And the ones who can do that are the ones who are going to be the most successful. You just got to tell yourself this is what success feel like. You know, like people like Steve Jobs sleeping in their office for 2, 3, 4 years, not doing nothing, not going nowhere. That's what it's going to take. Do you ever let her know your do you ever let her know your type? What you mean? My type. Said, what would you do if you started from zero, bro? Man, y'all ask the same questions on here so much. I would go back to the basics. Every time I fell off to zero, I go back to the basics. I cut everything and everybody out. I cut out all the vices. And I structure my day from the morning I wake up to the morning I go to sleep. From the things to get me on the right frequency and mindset, like working out, affirmations, and reading, to time blocking a certain period of time throughout the day to do nothing but focus work with my phone off, you know, in whatever direction it is. And every time I've done that, I've came up in 1, 2, 3 months every time, you know. So if you could just sustain doing that, it's very easy to come up. You know, it's a quote by Les Brown. He said, what do you do in the hard times? You got to have faith and engage in consistent action. What does that mean? One, you just have to have the faith that you're going to be in a better situation, and you have to engage in consistent action. When I was in Vegas and I was homeless, sleeping in my car, I had faith I was going to have a better situation, and I engaged in consistent action to move me forward every single day. And I didn't do anything that was going to take me any steps back or off course of what I wanted. And I came up very quickly. Yeah, I say it all the time. I mean, like, what you like? I say I like who like me. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter what characteristics you got, how good you look, how much of a vibe we got together. If you don't like me, then it is what it is. It's never gonna work, and I understand that. When you like me, everything gonna be a lot easier and a lot better. You ever go to your class reunion? No. Yeah, Chad, y'all gotta lock in. I post 50 TikToks a day on my main account and 15 TikToks on my backup tutorial. And I'm 21 years old selling courses. This all I focus on. Locked in, touching 10K a month. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They don't really understand how much free money it is out here. It amazes me that these people just still work regular jobs because they don't even understand the opportunities out here. But they also don't know the action that is necessary. A lot of people don't understand the actual action it's going to take to be successful. So they do what they think they should do. I'm gonna post one time a day. They do these little actions and it gets really no reward. So they're discouraged and they stop. You get in my program, you'll start to understand when you get around high level individuals, you see everybody who has way more than me does way more than me. Getting around some super high level people, you realize, damn, how much they work, how much time they put in, how much they prepare for every video that they do. You know, some people it's taking damn near 10 hours to prepare for one 5-minute video, you know, and but y'all think y'all just gonna jump out here and do it. Y'all damn near scared to post, y'all scared to do this. When you have around people on a high level, you see how big the action actually has to be successful. And when you have the right action, then you get the results that encourage you to keep going. But when you have not the right amount of action because you don't really understand what it takes, you don't do enough and you don't get the results. And then you fall off doing it because you don't see any reward from what you're doing. And why would you keep doing something that doesn't seem like you getting any reward from it? My faith so strong, I think I'm crazy. So, okay, others think that about me. Everybody gonna think you crazy. To be successful, you have to be crazy because to be successful, you have to go against human nature. What is human nature? To make you safe. Your brain tries to make you safe, tries to make you comfortable because that means safety to your what is it? Your reptilian brain. I need to be comfortable, which means I need to be safe, which means I need to do what I know I've been doing. So, and the only way to be successful is to do things that are uncomfortable, do things that make you nervous, do things that make you scared. And that is the opposite of what you were wired to do as a human being. So therefore, to be successful, you have to be literally crazy. You have to be willing to do the things that scare most people. You have to be willing to do things that most people aren't willing to do. So therefore, you got to be crazy if you want to be successful. What's better than a nice chain or a nice watch? A nice car. Why does Goldie not speed? Cause I gotta let the hoe see me, man. How the bitch gonna see me if I'm speeding down the street? You know what I'm saying? You got to see me. What's better than a? Oh, okay. What you mean when you say a bitch gotta love your dirty drawers? Exactly that, man. I got a woman that I used to have, man. She literally used to steal my dirty drawers. Sounds weird. That's how much she loved me. A woman that could smell you when you stink. When you wake up in the morning, you got that morning breath. You like, let me brush my teeth. And she like, nah, I don't even care about that. A woman who love everything about you. She love your flaws and all. Everything about you, good, bad. It don't disgust her. It don't. Everything about you, negative that you think, she love it. A woman got to love your dirty drawers, man. She don't love you like that, man. It's going to be very short lived. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but if you ain't never experienced it, then you don't even think that's possible. But why? Why haven't you experienced it? Not because you can't find a woman like that, because it's a woman out there for everybody who think about them like that. But we be so busy doing the choosing, we don't even got our eyes open to the woman that's choosing. You can't find something you ain't looking for. You gonna overlook it and didn't even know it was there. I'm only looking for the one who looking at me like that. I'm only looking for the one who's coming up to me. I'm only looking for the one who really trying to go out of her way to do that to me. And you're gonna do yourself a disservice every time you go for the one who's not. You know. G super chat. He say, "Can you break down how to identify people's deficiency and use them to influence their behavior?" You got to get in my game, school, the brotherhood, the players club to get that type of information. I got it. It's a whole dark psychology blueprint that ain't even for sale. You just have to, if you want it, you got to get in the players club, the brotherhood. Link in the description. Because we get to talking like that on here, we just can't do it because it just don't sound good, but it is what it is. You know, you got to not only find people deficiencies, but you got to find what make them tick. And what make them tick is their deficiencies because they're deficient in these areas, they need validation in these areas. So therefore, if you can be the person who give you know their deepest, darkest insecurities, you know their deepest, darkest deficiencies, and then you can be the one to give them those things that they really want. And because they really want them, they'll do anything to keep it. And they'll do anything to keep you because you're the only one giving them those deficiencies. And you could also manipulate those deficiencies as a reward and punishment system because you know that. But you know, that's a whole deeper level game. And women do it naturally. Like I see women do it naturally. I don't even feel like consciously they know what they're doing, but they do that to men all the time. Campaigning like the president. I always say they not saying you crazy. You ain't working hard enough. Yeah, they got to think you crazy, man. My family used to have meetings about me, like what's he going through, like what's. And now it's like, oh, okay, we see. That's why you can't look to nobody else. You just got to believe in what you believe in, and it is what it is. You can't even be mad at it because guess what? At the end of the day, you can't expect somebody to see what's in your head until you take what's in your head and manifest it in the world and put it on the wall of the world for everybody to see. How could you be mad they don't see it? Because everybody be talking about what they gonna do and what they gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And that's why sometimes it's better off to not be around nobody. It's already hard enough to convince yourself you're not crazy. It's already hard enough to believe in your own self when you have all these doubts. You have people outside yourself that don't believe you either. It's just weighing on making you stop because you already thought you was crazy some days. And if you talk to that person or that family member who's doubting what you're talking about on that day you having a weak moment, guess what? It's going to be easy to crumble. So it's better to be by yourself when you on your level up, unless you're around people on a higher level, because people on a higher level never think you crazy. People on a higher level always tell you, yeah, you could do it. Currently reading Sam Walton Made in America off the book list. Oh, that's a great book. Great book. He was so particular about everything, and that's why he was successful. And that's why most people aren't. You're not really particular. Even back in the game, dudes would come to me and I tell you, like, well, this is going on. This I say, hey man, you got to comb through your game. You got to really comb through your game and know everything that's going on. And even in business, comb through your game and know everything going on. Do you know your metrics? Do you know where all of your leads are coming from? What is the lifetime value of each customer that you have? All of these things, it's called combing through your game. And Sam Walton in that book, man, he was going to different countries who had stores and seeing how big the margin was between each uh, shelf, seeing how they set up, how wide each row was to try to optimize and see what are the great people doing so I can implement it in what I'm doing. And that's why they talk about, man, you got to be obsessed to be average. You got to be obsessed with things if you want to be great at what you're doing. And most of y'all is just chilling. Hey, man, you don't want me to skip your question, put it in a super chat. You got some questions? Y'all better come with these questions. I'm getting hungry. I'm about to go eat in a minute if I don't get no good questions. You gonna come with a question? What made you want to give out free game? Uh, it was a methodology that I got from a super, super, super high level individual. There's two things. I understand no matter how much game I give out, game is unlimited. When you have something that you have a limited supply of, well, yeah, you can't give it all out because that's all you got. But this game is so unlimited every video that I've ever put out that's 60 seconds long, I could do a whole 2-hour dissertation on it if I really wanted to. You know, I say it all the time. I give you hundreds of crumbs of game, but it takes hundreds of thousands of crumbs of game just to make up one slice of cake of this game. Y'all really missing a lot, right? And y'all don't even know it. So, yeah, my game could change some lives, but I understand at the end of the day, this game is unlimited and you got to tap in to get the real stuff. But I need to be able to display real value and give out real value. So if you say, man, he give out all of this free game and I've changed my life with free game, then it's going to be an easy call for you to say, well, let me tap in for the paid game. If he's giving out so much free game that has impacted my life, well, then that's an easy sale to say, okay, well, let me get some of this paid game. It's just different methodologies on how you do things. You know what I'm saying? This shit is unlimited. I'll go all day, all night and keep coming with shit that you ain't never heard, you know? And, you know, I'm doing a service to the world as well. Some people need this game. You know, some of y'all need this. This is going to change your life just on a free shit I'm saying. Said, broad tried me last night bringing up she need a title. I said, we had this convo before. We don't have anything to discuss. I feel like a peon even having this conversation with you. New spot coming soon. You did the right thing. You entertain small shit, you a small nigga. Right? I said it before. If you entertain small shit, you a small nigga. Certain conversations I'm not even going to have. And when I have these conversations, not only does it show the woman what level I'm on, it show myself and my self-image how little I am. The woman should be so big. You should be so big in a woman's mind that she's happy whatever she getting from you. You ain't got no title. Why you so worried about a title? If I'm doing this with you, I'm doing that with you, I'm having sex with you, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you worried about a title. Well, she's trying to make a move on you. She's trying to play you. She's trying to bogart you into something that you don't want, and she know you don't want it. So it's like, I can't let you do that. Yeah, I got to walk away from the situation. Women do that all the time. You having sex, this, that, and third. Well, we need to be something. All this is stopping. Well, bitch, let's stop it then. Well, let's just stop it then. You can't give me no ultimatum. You know, in the moment that you let a woman get one ultimatum on you, what you're saying is she more valuable than you, and she see herself as more valuable than you. You think she would tell Chris Brown, oh, I need a title, but he's spending his time with her, maybe spending some money on her, maybe taking her here, maybe talking to her every day. So that's not good enough. You need a title. No. We not gonna do that. You know, if what we got together ain't enough, you're not gonna manipulate me into giving you a title that you ain't earned. Hey, check this out. Beyonce wouldn't have to earn that title. She'd have it. It's a lot of things that you're doing that I don't like. It's a lot of ways that you act that show me you can't have that title, and that's why you don't got it. Do you feel that owning beautiful women gives you inspiration to keep leveling up as a man? I don't know what you mean by that. Expound. I'm about to remove this dude right here who keep on asking these weird questions. But what about most millionaires being married? It's hard to be a square when you've been in the game long. What are you asking though? How do you balance being a father and trying to self individuate to the best possible you possible? Also have you read Carl Jung? Man, listen, you got to do what you got to do, man. If I'm just with myself, then yeah, I got more time to work on my personal development. But that ain't the case. So therefore, I have to spend time and divert time to having a child and making sure I develop my child and have a relationship with my child and all the things that come with having a child. So it just is what it is. You just divert that time and energy through both things as you see fit. And sometimes it's more in one area than it does in the other area. But, you know, it is what it is. That's why I tell people all the time, hey, all right, think about having children. Because all the time and energy that you can focus on yourself, now you got to focus on this other individual. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Just understand that's what it come with. And if you ain't in a place where you've developed yourself enough, guess what? You're going to have a whole lot of time to develop yourself. So it's better to develop yourself as much as you can first. I got a Latina woman who is a dental assistant making only $25, but is coachable. Pleasing personality. I'm an artist and have a credit repair company. What can her do to help me generate income? Y'all keep asking these questions, the same questions over and over and over, right? Maybe you didn't hear it. This is what I would say. You can have her assist you in your business and give her a role in your business. But you got to ask yourself, is she even qualified to do that? And why would I not just want to hire the best person for that task? And then ask yourself this. Why would you not just want to keep building yourself up to get to a level where you can get someone better than her, rather than dealing with a woman who makes $25 an hour because that's what you can get because the level that you're at? Have you ever thought if you really just focused all in on yourself and developed yourself to the highest level that you would be able to get a woman who's already in a much better position? We often get the women where we're at, a level that we should be surpassing in life. And because we get a woman on a level we should be surpassing in life, it takes us that much longer to surpass that level because now we have this extra drag on us. And I got to figure out where she could work in my business when really the better situation is to hire somebody qualified. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I mean, y'all need companionship. I get it. It's a human need. But if you really could understand what I'm saying, that bitch that you're trying to fuck with right now, it should be beneath the level that you should be in a year or two. But you're going to get with her now and drag her along the way, and you're never going to get to that next level. You should be the woman that you can get right now should be a woman that you shouldn't even fuck with in 2 years. There's women that I used to have, I wouldn't even fuck with them hoes, man, because I kept elevating myself. But had I kept on holding on to these women, it would have been such a drag on my elevation. You get what I'm saying? Like, you trying to have her help you in your business because you feel like, well, she's taking so much time and energy. Well, I got to make her be useful. Oh, but guess what? If you didn't have her, you'd have all that time and energy to make your business great. And the more money you get, the more you develop yourself, you'll be on such a higher level. And that wouldn't even be a bitch you fuck with. Or when you did fuck with her, the dynamics would be right. The dynamics ain't right in the relationship because y'all damn near like this. Only when it's this obvious is she even going to be how she needs to be for you and like you on a level that you need because it's this big of a difference. So why don't you just get this farther ahead and guess what? You'll catch another woman on that level. You ain't gonna be worried about talking about a woman who makes $25 an hour. You'll be talking about business women and women on this type of level and doing this and doing that, who could really bring something into your life. You just can't really catch those right now. So you're taking what you can get. Tory J got wings, $10. He said, am I wrong for letting my ego get in the way to flex every time I return to my hometown? I left the Buckeye private, came back a motherfucking general with stars on my chest, just joined the peace circle. No, I mean, you ain't wrong. You're not wrong. You just going through the motions. Like, there, when you finally become something, you want to show everybody who you are. But when you finally get to that next level, you don't even have the desire to stun on motherfuckers who are nobody because you too elevated. It's like, okay, that bitch that I used to want, badass, but I used to want her. She was popping. She was with the top dudes and she had this and she had that. I developed myself to a point where that bitch is so little to me. When I was little, she looked so big to me. But when I elevated to here and really was getting money and really was doing and maneuvering with different type of women, I look at her like, oh, she a little bitty ass bitch. I wouldn't even fuck with her. I don't even care if she see me because I'm looking at bigger things. I don't feel comfortable stunning or flexing on nobody right now because the people that I'm around and the people that I'm seeing are 100 millionaires. They're doing things on such a high level. To me, it's laughable to try to stun on you. To me, I'm not nowhere compared to this. And when you get on such a high level, you don't even care to be around and stunt on these little itty bitty motherfuckers because to you, it's beneath you. That's when you know you really have elevated. When you don't even have the desire to try to stunt on motherfuckers beneath you because what you look into is so big. I look forward. I don't look backwards. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck to go to my hometown and try to stunt on nobody. Motherfuckers don't even deserve for me to walk through the space. Is how I feel. I'm not even worried about what they think. They so motherfucking little to me. It's like, I don't give a fuck about your applause. Of course you're gonna applaud me. Y'all so little. So it don't even validate me. What validate me is on these next levels if they applaud me because they really somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't care if a bum walk up to you and say, "Hey, nice shirt, nice car." Yeah, bum, do it. It don't validate you. And that's how it should feel when you go back to your hometown. They should be so little that they validation you don't even want it. It does nothing for you. You should be looking for validation from people on such a higher level because it actually means something. But you know, you gotta go through the motions. Everybody go through that stage where, yeah, you could do it, and then when you done doing it, and it's nothing to you. Then you go to that next level. Talk about keeping her below you, what elevating her simultaneously. I don't understand. Don't make unnecessary enemies, man. That's a fact. Does this apply to the broads who don't like you enough? Yeah. Yeah, man. You gotta, don't make unnecessary enemies, man. Because what you'll understand is somebody's life force, even if they ain't got no money. If somebody really was like, I hate this motherfucker, I'm obsessed with this motherfucker, and I'm gonna take all my time and energy because I have nothing to do to try to mess this person's life up. You don't really want that in your life if you can help it. If you can help it. Now, if you gotta help it and you made an enemy and it was nothing you could do about it, then okay. But going out your way to disrespect people, going out your way to talk down on people, going out your way to do that to make an unnecessary enemy could take your life down. And I've seen it. Somebody who wasn't even on a motherfucker level felt disrespected and hated this person so much they went out their way to try to take their life down. You just don't want it if you ain't got to do it. Now, if you got to make an enemy, then guess what? Make an enemy and go at your enemy. But for the most part, most of the time, it's unnecessary. Most of the time, you should just, keep on moving and don't even acknowledge a lot of things. Even with the woman, it's like, man, don't fall out with that woman and make it an issue. Don't fall out with that woman and make her feel like she hates you. Tuck your pride and be like, all right, you know what? It's all good. It's all good, baby. You know what I'm saying? And then she ain't feeling no type of way about you like that. And you ain't got to worry about nobody trying to do no weird shit. You need all your time and energy and focus on moving forward. It's like niggas say all the time, niggas don't get no money when the war is on. When niggas is beefing in the streets, niggas ain't getting no money because you spend all your money on guns and you spend all your money on rental cars and you spend all your money on all this. But this war that you started, you can't get no money like that. So it's better to just, if we don't have to have a problem, I'd rather not, because then I can spend all that time and energy and money that it's going to take to deal with this problem on moving my life forward. If a girl admits to going through her ex phone while he was sleeping, is that a telltale sign she would do it again? Yes, for sure. Goldie, just tapping in. Them new Cardis looking fly on you. Hey, man, shout out to you. Shout out to you. So does any of your girls get jealous when they meet other women? I mean, deep down inside, a little bit here and there. It just depend on their own insecurities. But, they just got to make sure they keep it in check because it's really an irrational thing. How do you level her up while remaining head and shoulders above her? You got to stay getting better. You got to stay getting better. You got to stay reading. You got to stay in the gym. You got to stay on your goals. You got to stay on your personal development, man. Bitch can't never, it don't matter what I tell her, bro. Bitch, I taught you everything you know, not everything I know. And I'm always getting better. I'm always changing. I'm always evolving. That's the mission of my life. So I can make you better in every single way. But as I was making you better, I was always getting better. I never stopped nothing I was doing for you. If you one of them dudes who really ain't developing yourself, yeah, well, then you going to elevate that broad to you because you ain't always developing and getting better. And that's what you should be doing. Y'all need to lock in on a brotherhood, esoteric, heavy game on the other side. Shout out to you. I am Salvador. Get in the game, God, brotherhood, the Players Club. So much gym, so much game, courses that I don't release nowhere else. Change your life. Would you rock Moissanite if you was coming up? Man, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not going to say you can tell, but you can tell. And I'm going to tell you what some of the dudes that I know, and I don't judge nobody, but I'm going to tell you what some of the dudes on the next level that I deal with will have an individual and they wearing Moissanite and you can tell, and it just devalues your presence in their eyes. And this is just what I'm telling you people think. It's not about what's right or what's wrong. It's about, you got to know the effect that you having on people. So if I got somebody that I know and he wearing a big ass moissanite chain, people who really having jewelry and know about jewelry, they can tell. Not all the time, but they can tell. So now they asking questions like, yo, why now his entire status has been knocked. He could have been a cool dude. He could have been getting money. He could have been all of these things. But now because you wore that in the eyes of our peers, you've been knocked down 4-5 levels. And I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, depending on the circle, that's what it's going to look like. So take it for what it is. Would you feel bad for dropping any of your girls if you started dating the princess of Dubai? Nah, because I'm going to double back on them. Shit. If they know me, listen, if you've been riding for me, if you've been handling my business, listen, hey, I'm about to do what I got to do, but please believe I'm going to double back on y'all and make sure y'all straight. You know what I'm saying? And if they mad at that, then shit, you don't love me for real. It's the princess, the prince of Dubai want to fuck with one of my bros, go ahead, just double back on me though. For real. Just don't forget about me, double back on me. What are some more A to Z rules when you get a new broad? Respect is always number one. And just how they move in every area. You got this. It goes so deep. I might have to do that's why you got to get the GameGod bundle. Because you got to go so deep. Even the basics. Have you ever taught a woman how to deal with a man who's trying to talk to her in public? How to deal with a man who try to talk to her while you with her? Have you ever taught a woman how to deal with a man who's being disrespectful? Have you ever taught a woman how to deal with a woman who's being disrespectful? How to remain poised? How to use game and psychology tactics to get yourself out of a situation that you feel like you're back against the wall in a very poised manner? All of these things. Have you taught your woman, hey, listen, less is more. Don't be in situations speaking too much. Hey, listen, make sure when you talk to your friends, you don't never tell them our personal business, because that woman might not be your friend one day. It ain't even just about me. It's about you. Right. It's just basic information, but then it goes deeper, because I was talking about in the game. So it's like how you move when you outside, how to move when this thing happens, how to move when this type of person gets up on you and gets aggressive. How do you not cause a confrontation, but be able to get out that situation smoothly? It's just everything. That's why you got to get the GameGod bundle, link in the description. But if you got something specific, and that's the reason why most people have so many problems in their household, because y'all don't really talk about nothing of substance. I'm always talking about my ideas, my ideology, what I think about this, what I think about that, and how you should move in this situation, how you should think in this situation. Most of y'all with a woman, you don't even know. You don't even know how far gone her mind is in the things that she thinks about, and it doesn't align with you at all. And that's why it's always discourse later. And then you have a baby by this woman and realize y'all so off on your morals and this, that, and the third, because y'all was never really talking and trying to build about what you think and how you think about things. Would you give somebody just enough game to pass you up, or is that not your concern? Nah, it ain't really my concern. Because you gotta think about it like this. So I give a lot of people game, and most of the time niggas don't never double back on you. But at the end of the day, man, I love to get a game, man. My uncle used to tell me like, man, you always getting these niggas game, man, because I love to do it. No matter who you are, man, woman, anything. You get around me, I'm gonna try to make you better. That's just who I am. But at the same time, it's like I can give you game to make you better than me. And guess what that does? If I'm the person who helped you become great, hopefully you'll double back on me and put me in a position I couldn't put in myself. Does it always happen like that? No, I don't. But it is what it is. It didn't take nothing for me to give it. Now, these days, I try to reserve my game. I try to reserve, the things that I tell motherfuckers, because it just seemed like niggas don't give a fuck. You give a nigga a game, nigga, you sleep on my motherfucking couch. I give you the game to put you in the game, and now you riding this, riding in that, and you 4 deep, and nigga, we go out to do something, you got something for sale for me, nigga, you want to overly tax me for it. I'm like, nigga, you not remember you was on my couch, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers be forgetting. So it's sometimes it's like, man, I nigga got to pay me for it, because I'm an elevated motherfucker who gonna turn around and act like he ain't never did nothing for him. But that's the ego talking sometimes. I'd rather, let me just get my money up front for the game. then if you elevate with it and take it to the stratosphere and take it to another level, then it's like, well, shit, at least I got paid, because a lot of these niggas don't double back for you. They just take it around with it, and it is what it is. Some people do though. Some people appreciate it. So it's a delicate balance. But if somebody win with the game that you gave them, that's a person who could put you in a position that you're not in. How do you feel about buying an 80K AP, but buying the same one fake, only rocking that to events just in case theft, misplaced? Man, listen, at this fucking point, nigga, so many motherfucking fake ass watches that the bitch don't know. Most niggas don't know. It's almost like, bro, I've spent 45, like maybe 50. It was during the pandemic. So the cost was fucking sky high. That shit only worth like $40,000 now for a motherfucking AP. Now I walk outside and I see motherfuckers buying AP, moissanite APs for $2,500, this, that, and the third. Who the fuck really know? Who even know now? The bitch don't know, don't care. Only I know. So I spent all this money. I would rather at this point just get plain Jane watches that can be recognized on the highest levels, because at this point, the thing was, it separates you. You see somebody with a certain watch, you know how much it costs. Damn, he on a whole nother level right now. So now when you do it, you really have to be doing it for yourself. I never did it for myself. I always did it for what it was going to look like. I need people to know I'm on another level. Well, now it doesn't really make a difference, because the bitch don't even know you on another level, because she's seen 10 different niggas with the same watch on, and probably half of them wasn't even real. So it's like, it's really just leveling the playing field of what you gonna do to separate yourself. Because for me, that's always what it was. This is what show I'm on another level. Everybody can't do this. Everybody can't get this. So, and that's why I always rock gold jewelry, because you can go get a moissanite chain and you can get and you can get the silver or white gold. Why do you do that? Because it's cheaper, nigga. The gold in this chain, nigga, is worth $35,000. You get what I'm saying? But you're not gonna put fake moissanite. I mean, I guess you could, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to put fake moissanite in a real gold chain, because guess what? Even a gold chain still costs you $35,000, so you still showing money. So I always like to get the gold jewelry, because at least in my mind anyway, I think, well, nigga, it's gold, it's real gold. It ain't no fake gold, otherwise the shit would be tarnishing. So you got to at least know it's real. I don't even know if that matter, if anybody think that, but at the end of the day, it's all about separating yourself. Well, why did you do it before? Because I wanted for people to see me and know that I'm on a different level, right? So if everybody's starting to have fake watches and things like that, well, then what's going to separate me for people to know I'm on another level? Well, I guess maybe it's the car now. Well, let me get the diamond shades now. Let me make sure my dress is all the way on point. So now you just got to think about different things. It's not a good or a bad thing. It just is what it is. I ain't mad at it. You just got to evolve with the times. It's not as impressive if a nigga got a chain on, because it's like, does eye contact really matter when it comes to talking to a woman? I believe eye contact matters when you talk to anybody, because because when you avoid eye contact, it shows nervousness. And I feel like when you give eye contact, it lets you know that somebody's real. You could make a woman nervous when you got too much eye contact and they get the blushing and this, that, and the third. So I feel like it's just an intensity and a confidence when you're willing to look somebody in the eye when you're talking, because it shows you're not scared. What do you think? What do your women think about the calluses on your hands from the gym? Nigga, I don't give a fuck what they think about that shit. What? What do they think about the calluses on my hand from the gym? I wouldn't even ask them, because I don't give a fuck what they think about it. Finally got the lie. I'm trying to get to the sports, but hey, man, you better, hey, man, we doubling up. I don't even be telling too many people about it. I just like, man, shit, that's why y'all ain't gonna see me on here too much longer. Yeah, my bag doubling, tripling, quadrupling around this motherfucker. Goldie, what are your thoughts on books about picking up women? I've read a few and none of them come close to your philosophy. That's why I never read them. Like, I remember back in the day, I got that one book by that one guy, super popular in the space. And I read it. I'm like, bro, this shit corny as fuck. This corny as fuck. All you're doing is teaching me how to perform for the bitch. How the fuck am I going to actually have her later when all you taught me how to do was shuck and jive like a motherfucking clown to get her? And then you think about most pickup artists, And if you do this, I've seen it. They've done it. They was like, well, you didn't realize that all of these pickup artists, you think they catch a lot of women. No, they just talk to a lot of women. Because what you don't understand is, man, a woman is gonna like you or she's not. They just that's their job. That's what they're doing. So they're talking to a large volume of women, which is what I talk about. Find your one out of 100. You're gonna find a girl that like you if you talk to 100 women. So you can shuck and jive if you want to, but all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure because you're setting her up with a personality that's not even yours. And if I gotta perform when I meet you, I gotta perform to keep you. Right. So therefore the insecurity comes in rather than I talk to 100 women and I'm just trying to see who like me. Hey, baby, you my woman, you my woman, you my woman. And you find a woman that you ain't had to shuck and jive and put on a magic show for. And she was like, when she saw you and she saw you smile, she said, oh, that's my man. That's a way better way to go about it, especially if you want something long term. Now, of course, you can shuck and jive and get a bra. Most dudes do it. And that's why most situations don't last a long time. That's why most situations aren't really real because you don't know who that man is and he don't know who you are because he was playing a role. And every time you get around, you play a role. And I know dudes who do that right now, super players. But I don't want to live like that. I want to be in my house and be able to be me, as boring as that may be sometimes. You know, if I can't be that, I don't want to have to live my entire life in a character, which most of you dudes do. So that's why I'm willing to talk to 100 women to catch my one because that's the woman who like me and everything about me just how I am. Me and my baby mama said we gonna be good friends, and she talking to another guy but still living with me for the next month. What should I do? I want to respect. I want her to respect me. I know my past mistakes. I mean, man, you in a situation that I don't even. It's I can't answer that question because it's gonna be disingenuous. Because the fact that you're even in that situation as it is means that you done did so many things wrong and the dynamics of the relationship with a woman you have is so wrong that me answering that question ain't gonna help you. You need to really tap in and just you gotta let that situation go because whatever you done did was it has been so wrong that the only thing that you can do is get you another woman to start right. That's why you need to tap in because you don't even know what's right. If you don't want to tap in with me for the calls because they're expensive, just get the Game Guy bundle, hours and hours of game and interviews and courses and books to if you soak it all up, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Bug 999. He said, I'm about to buy the sports picks from you. Will they send me the picks before the game? And is it worth it? I'm trying to flip my little money. Hey, listen, I can't be on here promising nothing, but go in my school group, man. You'll see people who flip their bag with me on a regular basis. And yeah, what you pay, you gonna get in the telegram and dropping the picks. And I'll be getting gray hairs with this shit because that's really what I'm focused on right now. That's why y'all ain't seen me on this live because me and my team, we really be real meticulous with this shit. But you know, do it or don't do it. It don't make no difference to me. I'm just telling you what I'm betting. Y'all can get behind it or not. I'm like 18, no za. I'm getting on mentorship at day 30. Appreciate everything you doing out here. Been hitting off the picks too. See, look at him. He said he been hitting off the picks. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, the link in the description right now. What was the book so we know not to waste our time? What book? Oh, I don't even know. I think it's called The Game by Mystery. I mean, you could read it though. Like read it and make your own decision. I'm just saying, well, that shit, I never felt that shit at all. To me, it was super fucking corny. Women do like corny stuff, but it never resonated with how I came up. Give us more game on how to pick up more chicks when going out. You got to get the what to say and how to say it, of course, but get your tools right. You want to say everything before you say anything. Be posing to be chosen. You got to make yourself look so attractive that it's an easy choice. I want to make it an easy choice to fuck with me. I can tell them pics are legit because Goldie came up in Vegas where he knows. But I can't even tell you too much, so we just gonna leave it at that because I can't even tell you. Just know, just know. Did you read Tariq Nasheed bossing up? I have not. I know who he is though. He does like the what do they call that? Like the Black Power. He does like the Black Power talk All my OGs telling me to read Robert Greene's book, but that shit really taking. Bro, that's oh my god, that shit is so insufferable, man. Get the Cliff Notes. And then all that shit is like, oh my goodness, bro. I hate that shit so bad. Like, nigga, you made this fucking 600-page book. Bro, get to the point. And then you're giving me all of these examples from kings and queens back then. We all know the history is built on the winners, man. Bro, you don't even know if this shit is real. I get it. It's an anecdote. You're trying to make a point. Bro, don't give me the point. Just give me the fact. Then I'll tell myself, yeah, that do or don't make sense. But you don't got to give me a whole fucking another 30 pages about King of England and all of this shit that's probably bullshit anyway. Not to say his information isn't correct. I like a lot of it, but it's a lot of nuances with it too. Really, you read that book to understand that a lot of niggas read that book. It's not about is it right, is it wrong. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here trying to run off this script. So let me know what these niggas out here think they doing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Finna sign up for the weekly calls. Yeah, the weekly calls now is the Game God Brotherhood because that's where the calls are, and you get way more, and you get courses and all that. Link in the description. Had to stop talking to a girl because she said she would watch football game with me if I watched Love Island with her. Like it's an ultimatum or something. Depending how she said it. I'm not gonna do it. Hey, bitch, who do you think I am? You should have respect for me that I don't watch shit like that, and I wouldn't even waste and rot my brain watching shit like that. And then, yeah, we all the way out of bounds because there's no woman that really deal with me that wouldn't want to watch anything. I don't care if I'm watching a documentary. If she fuck with you, you ain't gotta. She don't make no ultimatum. Hey, watch this. I'll watch that if you watch. It's gonna be. I want to be with you and watch what you like, and I want to be into what you like, and I want to be able to talk to you about what you like. For a woman that really like you. Now she might try some little slick, little cute shit like that. Like, well, watch this if you watch this. And there ain't gonna be no situation. I'm like, hey, baby, I don't watch bullshit like that. That's not my thing. Ain't never gonna be my thing. I'm a real man around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to watch this with me, you can watch this with me. But I'm not watching that at all. And that should be the end of that. And she could be like, oh, okay, well, it's fine. I'll watch that with you. And if it ain't like that, man, she don't like you that much. She don't like you enough. And it is what it is. Like I say all the time. If you dudes could just recognize certain things, I'm gonna come out with a whole course on she don't like you like that. Right? Because y'all don't really understand she don't like you like that. For all the things that she do and you don't realize it, but if you just realize it, then you would have that realization like, damn, you right, she don't. She like me, but she don't like me like that. I'm not her first choice. I'm not the man of her dreams. I'm not the Chris Brown, the Drake, the superstar in her eyes. And then you could understand what category to put her in and understand it is what it is. All my OGs be. Goldie, you really be going off on these lives. Seeing you getting a bag on the pics. Yeah, man. You know, it's shit is crazy right now. That's why I said, man, y'all ain't gonna see me on this motherfucker too much longer because I'm flipping a bag in a day that I make a week doing these lives. So it's like now I can really just focus on the people who really want to tap in for real. Do women tell you that you're aggressive? I get that all the time for not dealing with BS and standing on principles. Sometimes they be like, you an asshole, you mean, but I don't really be aggressive. I mean, I don't really be aggressive because what do I need to be aggressive about? If a woman ain't on my type of time and ain't feeling my conversation, or then I'm just not, I don't deal with her. Even if a woman say something like slick wrong to me if I'm out or something, I just meet her. Well, I just move around. I don't put myself in no situation with a woman where I gotta be aggressive. No, I don't do that. I'm a player. You ain't gotta get aggressive about nothing because I don't care enough to go back and forth with you. Okay, I see what type of time you on. This ain't my situation. I'm gone. Same with niggas. Like anything ain't going how I want it to go, nigga. I'm just not gonna be around here. Why would I put myself in a position where I got to be going back? I don't care about you that much. You're not my bitch, so I don't need to get aggressive with you. Okay, we not here, and let me just walk away right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bitch come and be like, oh, you asshole, you mean, but they giggle when they say it because they like it because they know I'm not mean. I just be saying some real shit, and they just don't know how to take it because most dudes ain't never told them no real shit before. And then I tell you all the time, man, a woman who, think you too mean or something like that, most of the time they're gonna be losers or their growth is gonna be really slow because, if you sensitive, sensitivity equals poverty. You know, you're going to grow the most with somebody who's telling you the real. And the real may not always feel good, but that's what's going to help you grow. And if a woman don't want to hear real because she's too sensitive to hear it, then well, guess what? She's going to miss that gym that's going to help her grow, and she's going to stay in ignorance where she's at. And do you really want a woman who's going to stay where she's at? Because if she's connected to you, it's going to be a drag on your life. He said, calling out her BS immediately, but don't get caught chasing every emotion. What that means is this: we're not going to make it a game, because it's like, say, I check something a woman does. She does something I don't like, I check it. What we're not going to do, though, is get to a point where now she knows how to push my buttons, because she knows what I don't like. So now she does what I don't like so she can get this energy and emotion from me, like a Dementor on Harry Potter that drains your fear. Women drain your energy, and they get life from getting you outside of yourself. I'm not going to allow you to do that. If you're doing something I don't like, I'm going to address it. I'm going to check it. But now if you continue to try to do that, now I feel like we're not going to turn it into a game to where you feel like you can get me out of character whenever you feel like it. So therefore, I'll give you a conversation and a sit down. This is transpiring. This is strike two. If you do it again, we're on the understanding that you are pretty much saying, fuck me. You know what to do. You know what not to do. So either you don't respect me enough to do it, or you don't care enough to remember. Oh, well, I forgot. Well, guess what? You don't care enough to remember. If you held me in high esteem, if I was the president, if I was your boss, if I was some Drake or Chris Brown, if I told you that I don't like this behavior, you would remember enough not to do it again. So you don't respect me enough to remember, or don't care enough to remember, which means either way, we got to let this situation go. And that's how it's going to go. Otherwise, you're going to be checking stuff every day. You keep doing the thing I don't like. Well, yeah, it's because you don't give a fuck about me enough to stop doing it. You don't hold me in high enough esteem. If you really love me, if you really like me, if you really held me in high esteem and didn't want to lose me, you would make sure to say, he don't like that. Let me remember. Okay, he told me again. I'm going to make sure I don't do it, because I hold him in high esteem. He's a very valuable individual. I love being around him. I don't want to jeopardize this. If it's not that, it's because she don't feel like that about you. What I just said, she don't like you like that. And the sooner you recognize that, the sooner you let that situation go, because it ain't going to get no better. It's just going to be long and drawn out till eventually it ends because of some big situation. And all you did was waste another 2-3 years, 2-3 months. If it was going to end in a year, then it should have ended in a week. Then I wouldn't have had to waste all that time. Ever since I tapped in with the ebooks, I've been dropping more women than I ever will before. Interesting is king. Yeah, because you start to recognize your value, and you start to recognize the bullshit that just get played off of. Oh, it's just a woman. Oh, she doesn't know any better. You start to realize and look through the game and recognize, one, I recognize my value. Two, I recognize she don't respect me or like me the way she need to. And three, I know what she's really doing is just playing a game, and she wouldn't treat somebody she holds in high esteem like that. And if I keep dealing with somebody who doesn't hold me in high esteem and treat me as a king, then guess what? My self-image is going to get lower, and everything in my life is going to get lower. And me having her here is stopping the energy from the next better one to come in here. And I got to love myself enough to walk away. I've been trying to buy to get controls with your mouth closed, even if broke, God, but it's not working. I tried about 6 times. It keeps failing. Interesting. I'll have to try a different browser, because this is the first time I'm hearing that. But I mean, yeah. Just go to my website and see. But really, if you're gonna get chose with your mouth closed, God, you might as well go get the whole bundle and get every single course I've ever made, every book, all the videos, all the interviews that from people in the game that I never released. You might as well just get that. What are all the supplements you take from Vita Bella? Some NAD. I got so many vitamins in there, man. I take probably like 10 vitamins, man, but it keep me healthy, it keep me strong, it keep me energized, it keep my mind clear, and keep me feeling great. Yo, get vitabella.com, get the performance package, man. If you're not optimizing your health, you're not going to be successful. Every person I know, 10 million, 20 million, 100 million, they all have a protocol. They all get their blood drawn. They all find where they're deficient, and they get the extras to enhance their mental clarity, all of that. Like, what you don't understand is people on a higher level are doing things different than us, and it's game changing. You've never seen somebody successful who didn't have a lot of energy, who wasn't healthy. It's very hard to be. You're not motivated. You got brain fog because you ain't getting the right minerals. You're not getting the right things. You're deficient biologically. How can you be successful when biologically you're deficient? And you say, oh, well, I feel good. Yeah, but your good is garbage to me because you've been living at that low level so long. You just think it's normal. It's not. VitaBella.com. Use code Goldie. Get the performance package and change your life. I've had people on my program tell me like, man, I found out this situation I had going on that I wouldn't even knew about. And 5 years from now, it could have been a really health threatening, life threatening situation. What keeps you so consistent? Man, I'm not consistent enough. And guess what? I'm around so many high level people that work way harder than me. Like, to me, this is the bare minimum. I can at least do this. Yeah, they say, I mean, more than anything, they aggressive when I say things like, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Was messing with this girl in a different state for 3 months, and she said she needed to know what we were. I fell off after. I wouldn't say she's my girl. Yeah, well, should have told her, you belong to me, I don't belong to you. But at the end of the day, man, if a woman doesn't see you in the type of value to say, man, I think he's so valuable, I'm willing to take what he got going on. I think he's so valuable that I'll bear through this and try to build a better bond to really show my value, then it's cool. She don't like you that much and ain't nothing wrong with you. Don't let your ego take a hit on it, man. It ain't nothing wrong with you, man. There's something wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with you. It's something wrong with her. Well, I'm only looking for who looking for me. And it might be a woman that you like and you be like, man, I wish she liked me like that. But that's a wish, hope, and a dream. And it is what it is when you should just be liking somebody who like you. Great show, leaving work to the gym now. Shout out to you, Giovanni. How do I get the bundle? Link in the description of this video right here, or you can go to GoldieRatio.com and grab it. He said, we need you and McQueen back spitting that game. He coming over on Saturday, so y'all better tune in for that. I don't know if we going to go live because I think we going to go real deep on the game. But, yeah, I just talked to him earlier today. I work with this girl who keeps playfully harassing me. I've been on her team and playing it cool the whole time, but I'm trying to figure her out. What you mean I've been on her team? What that mean? What that mean I'd have been on her team? Y'all better put some questions in the chat or I'm about to jump off. You got some questions over there? Maybe somebody could pick a book page out from my book and I'll read some game to y'all right now. He said, I've been with a girl for 9 years. She keep asking, when am I going to pursue her? What? Oh, propose to her. What should I do? Hey, man, do what you want to do. Like, come on, man. She asks you, when are you going to propose? Man, what do you feel like doing? You want to propose? Propose. You don't, tell her shit. That ain't what type of time I'm on. You know, you got to keep it real. You got to keep it real. See, a woman may dislike you short term for not keeping it real, but she'll respect you in the long term for keeping it real. Said I had to downgrade my car so I can try to level up, but a couple of bitches and homies I had looking down on me now. It is what it is, man. I went through a phase like that too. Where I was having the things I wanted to have, but I knew I needed to transition to do something else. And in that time period, I had to not have what I had before. You know, I went from riding a Rolls Royce to riding a motherfucking Ford Fusion. Man, how you think that made my ego feel? It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? But I understood that what I was doing was necessary for me to go further. And where I was at was not going to get me to where I wanted to go in the long term. You know, and it wasn't easy. But at the end of the day, it was like, what you going to do? It'll make you have the motivation to go harder. But, you know, you realize, man, fuck what they talking about. Goldie and Johnny Cash live talking to brotherhood is what we really needed. I'm going to tell him he ready. I'm going to bring Johnny Cash in the brotherhood and we're going to have a conversation. Maybe this Sunday. Y'all remind me. How do you stay down and focus on the bag while fighting the urge not to be lonely and want to have physical touch, but ain't trying to get into something real because it'll take you off your grind? Man, you got to just consciously say that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. Take inventory of how much time and energy it's going to take to deal with that broad. And 9 times out of 10, what the broads y'all fucking with going to bring to your life? Nothing but time, energy taken away. See, me, it's a little different because if I'm dealing with a woman, I'm going to make sure that she contributing in some form or fashion that makes it beneficial. But if you know that ain't going to happen, then just ask yourself, how much time a week do I got to spend on her? How much time and mental space and energy do I have to spend on her a week? You know, and multiply that by what is it, 53, 50, whatever, how many weeks it is in a month. And then ask yourself, what could you do with that amount of time and energy into yourself? And then look at yourself in the mirror and say, you want physical touch or you want to be successful? Pick one. One step back, 3 steps forward sometimes. Page 67 in the book, it might be too much game. They got to get the book. Yeah, they might have to. Let's see. Page 67. Oh, this is a good one. It's deep. It say page 67. People are not who they portray. People don't feel bad about what they do. They feel bad when the truth comes to light. It's not the act that weighs on them, it's the exposure. Most people do not lose sleep over lying, cheating, or moving foul. They only panic when they get caught. Guilt is not what stops people. Shame is. It is not about morals. It is about perception. They will justify excuses and rationalize their actions as long as no one knows. But the moment they are exposed to the fear of judgment, the loss of reputation, and the consequences, it hits differently. That's why you cannot take apologies at face value. Most are not sorry for what they did. They are sorry they got found out. The true test of character is not in what people do when no one is watching. It is in whether they will still do it if everyone was. Watch how people move, not just what they say. I'm gonna leave it there because we don't go too deep on it. Hey man, it is what it is. Watch how people act. That's exactly who they are, no matter what they say. So you got a woman who moving foul. You got a dude who moving foul. You see somebody moving with these flawed characters. Hey man, that is who they are, and they were comfortable when they looked themselves in the mirror last night to do what they did. They felt no way about it. So don't make it seem like they so sorry when they get caught. They not sorry that they did it. They sorry they got caught. And if they could get away with it, they do it again. So don't ever forget that. When somebody does something foul, that is who they are. And they looked themselves in the mirror when they did it and felt no way about it. And that is why they was able to do it. Siddhartha. I have read that. I can't really remember though. Book expert. She's a pretty devil. Ooh, man, that's what y'all need to read. Y'all need to read that every single day, and it will apply to most women that you've dealt with. Catfishing. Oh man. Oh, this is so real. He said catfishing is at an all-time high with this AI and filters. Not sure if it's only me, but 9 out of 10 girls I see don't look like they pitch. It's ruining lives. And they even got the AI, the filters for videos now, for bodies now. I mean, when I see a woman online and see them in person, if they look the way they look online, I am pleasantly surprised because most of them do not. And what they don't understand is you're only ruining how I see you because it's not that a woman looks bad. It's just you don't look the way that you presented me online. So if you just didn't do all of those filters, when I saw you, I wouldn't be disappointed. But I'm now disappointed because you showed me something different. If you was just who you was, most dudes wouldn't care. You know, before the BBLs and the this and the that, man, men was fucking with women who just had regular bodies 15, 20 years ago. So it's not like dudes wouldn't mess with you. It's just you're making me expect something, so now I'm disappointed. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. The way life is going now, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. And it's like, Yeah, you just can't. It's an unrealistic expectation that these women feel like they got to put on themselves. The government needs to ban AI. Shoot, they've done a lot to ban a lot of different things in AI. Even YouTube is like they're not going to monetize AI pages. All right, you ain't got no questions? Ask it. Just ask it. I'm gonna repeat it. Is it conducive to a man to waste a woman's time? Well, I don't understand what that means. Is it conducive to a man to waste a woman's time? Is it conducive to him? I don't know. I would have to know what his motive is and why he's doing it. Because maybe it is conducive to lie to her if he got a motive and he's getting something out the situation. Noel Garcia, I implemented the game on Shorty to the point she been paying the rent for the last 3 months. See, that's why y'all got to get the Game God mentality program. That's why y'all got to get the game bundle because this game really worked. I'm teaching you some stuff that y'all shouldn't even be getting for free on here. So go get the game bundle right now. Link in the description. Go get some products. Learn how to switch the tables and really just recognize your value in situations and understand when you're dealing with a woman who like you can actually make sure she's a benefit to your life and y'all can help each other. And it ain't just you doing this and doing that and wasting all your time, energy, and resources on her. Like they've taught you in life what is the norm. Go ahead. What's the question? The best advice to men who like love bombing. No, I mean it depends what you want. You can do it. A man can love bomb a woman. You could do it, but just understand you setting a pace that you can't keep, and then when you stop doing it, now it's gonna be a loss of something you was doing when you could have got the woman because of your personality, because of your game, because of your charisma, because who you was, because of your discipline, because of this, because of the vibe that you had with her. So therefore, you're catching her on something that's actually real and sustainable. But if you do the love bombing thing, you can't love bomb forever, and then you're gonna make her really mad too. You gonna make her pissed the fuck off at you too. Yeah, because love turned into hate. So it's one of those things. But at the same time, some dudes is love bombing a woman because it's a honeymoon phase, and he really feeling like that about her. It's just that phase don't last. So even if you feeling like that, you should probably put the brakes on it a little bit because if you try to do too much too soon, when you stop doing it, it's gonna feel like a loss. What are some books or people I can study to learn about manipulation? Yeah, you got to get my book list. I got some cold ones in there. Cause see, the books that I used to read on subject like that are books that you've never heard of because it's actually scientists who have done scientific studies on manipulation, on behaviorism, on and the made up whole I don't know what it was called methodologies that are scientific on human behavior. And that's why I say all the time, man, oh, well, what do you do from a woman? What do you do for a man? You don't understand, man. There's not two different books in psychology. It's damn near all the same when you understand human nature. So reading books on human nature is the best way to understand manipulation, is understanding how the brain actually works. What's the difference between a good woman and a woman who is a boss woman who only thinks for her own time, but the good woman submits and complains about things, and the boss woman doesn't necessarily? Well, those are your experiences because I've had women who, were bosses who still submitted, so that's your experience, or you're just saying what you've heard. In reality, that's not always the case. Last two girls I talked to like to randomly FaceTime whenever they feel like, so I had to cut them off. They later asked if I was married, and that's why I won't answer. Yeah, it's a control factor. If she get this just FaceTiming you for no reason, she's trying to get in your business to see what you are and aren't doing. You know, and you got to set boundaries for that. Now, if you ain't tripping, then you ain't tripping. Hey, call me whenever. But sometimes when you let her call you whenever, then guess what? When you don't answer, now it's a problem. If on the onset, no, you call me at certain times. Let me know when you want to talk, and I'll clear my schedule for you. Right. But if in the beginning you just let her call you whenever and you answer the phone whenever, then whenever you are doing something you don't want to answer, now it's a problem. That's why I say setting a pace you can't keep. That's why it's very important to set boundaries on the outset, not because of anything specific, but because in due time, you know what it's going to come to. You know, if she could just get your time anytime, if she could just talk to you anytime, then guess what? You're setting a pace that now when you don't do this thing, she's going to be upset. Where if it was never like that from the beginning, then she can't get upset about it. But if you was doing this all the time and seeing her every day and doing this, or you love bombing, or you taking her here, you taking her there, and then you stop doing it, now she feels a way about it. So that's why you don't start doing these things even if you want to do them, because if you do too much of it, that's going to be the standard that you set for yourself, and how you start is how you finish. So don't set a pace you can't keep or don't want to keep. John Lesson, $20. Give us 2 daily affirmations. Um, Let me see. So many that I could give you. Let me see. Let me go through my phone and see. 2, you got to be more specific in that, because it all depends on your goals and things that you want. You know, it got to be something that inspires you specifically. You know, they say that you wake up in the morning and your brain is in alpha state. So while you're in alpha state, that bypasses your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, and most of your life is run off your subconscious mind. So when you wake up in the morning and you're in that alpha state and you start to say I am in a present tense as if you already have what you want to have, that's when you're essentially programming your brain. So for me to tell you some affirmations, well, you have to tell yourself those affirmations of what you want in your life and who you want to be. You know, you tell me what affirmations you got, and I'll tell you if they good enough. You know, I like to have some things that are they make me feel so big and so powerful. By the time I get saying my affirmation list, I'm fully energized. You know, 4 a.m. in UK, locked in for some real game. Yes, sir. Shout out to the UK. What's your thought on The Art of Human Chess by Pimp Ken? Shit, check it out. Makes sense. Can women ask questions? Yes. Just got off. I would rather have a woman ask a question to see where your mind is coming from. Just got off work, taking a bus home, soaking up some game. Shout out to you. I'm going to be buying your book, man. My homie just put me on game to you. You a legend for real. Glad I'm tuned in. My life going to change listening to reading your thoughts and scripture of this life we live. I'm trying to tell you, hey, man, this game changed my life. Mojave Nick, 1999. My woman literally does everything for me. Now I feel like it's golden handcuffs because I can't lead properly. She listened to pastor. She isn't receptive to my advice until it's too late. Major flaw for me. What do I do? Let the situation go. It is what it is. You started wrong. Hey, man, I am my bro's pastor. Can't nobody lead my woman but me. If there's anybody outside of you that your woman go to before you, it's a problem. Give a fuck if it's the pastor. Bitch, you come to me with the motherfucking problem and call me the motherfucking problem solver around this motherfucker. Give a fuck who it is. You come to me when you got a problem and we gonna figure it out. Because I'm the head of this household. You know what I'm saying? And anybody outside yourself that's the head of your household that a woman has to go to before she goes to you is a situation that you're not in control of. Pastor ain't nobody but another motherfucking man. Why the fuck is he any better than me? Because he went to Bible school or whatever the fuck it is. Hey, man, I'm not saying all pastors are anything. Some are good, some are bad, some are great, some are not. You get what I'm saying? Well, if you want a pastor to tell you everything, then go live with the motherfucking pastor, because you're not going to be going to any other man outside of me for any advice. It's not going to happen, you know, and I would be disrespected to the utmost. You get what I'm saying? Because whoever a woman allows to lead her can lead her anywhere. And how is it going to be somebody outside your household that's going to lead your woman? Hey, no. Check this out. If we was going to do it like that, I'm going to go ahead and talk to the pastor. Then you can talk to me. But you're not going to the pastor before you talk to me about any motherfucking thing. And that's a violation. I don't give a fuck who it is. And if she got a problem with that, well, bitch, go get with the pastor then. How about that? How about that? No, I'm dead serious. Fuck you mean? I'm dead serious about that. Fuck you talking about. Ain't there nigga out this motherfucker you gonna be going to before me. I don't give a fuck who it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I ain't gonna say it, but that's why it'd be a whole bunch of scandals in the church because you should no. Listen. Yo woman should never hold nobody in higher esteem than you. There should be no man on earth that your woman hold in higher esteem than you. Because women are gonna do whatever to the man she holds in high esteem, the man she feels like got all this wisdom, the man that she's elevating this man to superstar status. So now that man can have your woman if he decided to. They don't cancel me if I post that. Yo, Goldie, this girl's trying to put a baby on me, but her ultrasound says her conception was 6 weeks after I was with her. Should I just block her or what? Because I don't think it's mine. If it ain't yours, then you dodge the bullet, man, and shake. You know what I'm saying? So you in the clear. But I don't know about conception date and this, that, and the third. But if it ain't yours, then man, say yo, thanks to God that you dodged the bullet and stop playing with your life out here. I have a CDL, but I'm done doing that. Any advice on what I should do next or career change, man? Listen, I don't want to get too much, man, because that's what people come to my program for, to figure out what they should do and how to figure out what they should do. You need to tap into my program, get on a call, get in a bundle, get the millionaire blueprint. I can't just keep giving out too much life-changing information for free. If a woman watches you come up and still thinks of the old you, what do you do? Drop her? Yes, of course. I say it all the time, man. A lot of people are always going to try to relegate you to who you were, not who you are. And it's going to be very hard to continue to be who you're trying to be when people keep talking to you as if you're the old you. And it fucks with your subconscious. It fucks with your self-image. Bitch, if you can't recognize who I am now and keep wanting to talk to me like I'm the old me, then you can't be around here. And I'll go get a woman who meets me and respects me on the level and accomplishments that I have now. Why would I keep dealing with you? So sometimes you got to sit them down like that and let them know this is what it is. Either respect me on the level of who I am, or I'm going to have to leave you. And guess what? Most of the time, they're not going to be able to do that. It's a subconscious insecurity within these people that see that your level up is so big that maybe if they start talking to you like who you are, you might see in them as who they believe that they are because you elevated and that's beneath them. Not all women, but most women and most men and most people. That's just how it is. It's an insecurity within themselves because everything that you became reminds them of what they haven't done because they were in the same place that you started. So most of the time, you just got to get a new woman. And I've seen it a million times. And be with a bitch like, God damn, bitch, like, come on. Like, bitch, I wish you've been around, you've been here. Like, but you keep on trying to act like I'm not who I am, and I just can't get with that. All right, bitch, you can't. All right, you don't want to talk to me, right? You don't want to talk to me like I'm on this level. You still want to act like I'm not who I am now because of who I've been before. I'm going to have to get another woman who see me because they looking at me how they see me. You talking about some, oh, well, I remember this and I remember that. Hey, babe, bitch, used to was a rooster, though. You know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about? Why would I deal with that when I could just go somewhere else and get the respect that I deserve and that I earn? If you can't give it to me, if my woman can't give it to me, then I can't be with you because you don't really respect me and you really wish that I wasn't where I am. And by you treating me like I'm less than where I am, subconsciously, I might fucking fall off because of that treatment. And I won't do that to myself. And it is what it is. And it's a hard decision to make. And I've made it many times. And it is what it is. And my life got better every single fucking time. Goldie, your IG highlights are so inspiring and puts me in a good mood to go get it. Love the drip. Love the lifestyle. Keep posting. Shout out to you. Watch one of your videos this week and put me on to Like Who Likes You. At what point do you keep it 100 and tell a broad about another broad I'm pulling? Just depend, man. It just depend. You know? Always from the dribble, you let it be known, like, listen, it's always some women around me. Whether it is or isn't, if that's what you know you're gonna do in the future, you know. But it's not like you hide it, but at the same time, bitch, everything ain't your business. I don't gotta tell you everything I got going on. I'm a boss around here. Hey man, hey, the boss don't come to the employee and say, hey, you know, I got this meeting and this meeting and this meeting. Bitch, I'm a boss. So it's not that, oh, you're hiding something. I ain't hiding shit. I don't explain. I don't got no explanation. I don't got to give you an explanation about nothing. You know what I tell you. And whatever I tell you, it's a privilege to know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just when the time comes up in a relationship, when things are getting serious and she wants to know, you got to keep it real because you got to give her the option to be able to accept or reject it. If you start from scratch, do you think you could catch a better broad in a smaller, less popular city or in a main city where everybody lives? I mean, you got more options in a big city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then you got to think about it like this. Okay, let's say I go to a small town. I used to do this, Nick. I used to drive my Rolls Royce through the hood. You drive my Rolls Royce through the hood. Hey, man, listen, it's a bad bitch in the hood right now. She just ain't need the dust knocked off her and get pulled out the gutter and splash some water on her face. Like, it's a bad bitch everywhere. Bitch don't even know she bad. Bitch don't even know she cold. Bitch don't even know she got ass. Bitch don't even know she a 10 because she got a whole bunch of dust on her. Sometimes you got to go through the hood and pull a bitch out the gutter and knock the dust off her. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be easier to catch her. But guess what? Even if you catch that broad from the hood, right, and knock the dust off her motherfucking ass, when you bring it to a new city, big city, now she going to know she fine, right? So it's not so much where you get her. It's about her character when you do get her. I feel like you can catch a woman from anywhere. You know, you can catch a woman anywhere, any place. Top of it, been doing this 1 meal a day to drop the weight. What would you say burns more fat, weight training or cardio? You got the wrong methodology, my friend. You know how you lose weight? To be in a deficit. You know what a deficit is? Whatever your maintenance calories are, which is what the calories you have to eat to maintain your weight, and eat 400 to 500 calories less than that a day. I don't care how you do it. You could weight train, you could do this, you could do that. That really ain't gonna make no difference. I mean, at the end of the day, how many calories do you think you burning doing cardio or what's it called? Hey, guess what? You could have ran on a treadmill for an hour and burnt 350 calories, or you could have just not ate that bag of chips that day. You know, so what's more efficient? Most people have no idea how to lose weight. And they want to do all of these roundabout things other than just calorie deficit. Get on my program. Top of it. I've been doing this. Lives motivate me. Thank you for everything. And I did purchase the Game God mentality. All right. If you got the Game God mentality, man, I'll upgrade you right now. And you won't have to pay for the full bundle. But for the price difference, which is going to be very little, you can get all of my programs and all of my courses. So if you want to take advantage, you better do it right now because I ain't doing it for nobody else or any other time. How important is looks when it comes to game? If you don't look enough, she won't give you a shot enough. I mean, it's important, but it ain't that important. Yeah, I mean, if you talk about looks as far as your tools and looking polished and having your being well manicured, having your hair cut, having a good style, making sure you dress well, making sure you have a nice car, those things do matter. But if you talking about like looks, I mean, that's only gonna get you so far. Nick Mojave Nick, you say get a new woman. The pastor and the church is the problem. What game do you have to give if you have a church girl? They aren't bad sometimes. I'm not fucking with nobody who's not going to be indoctrinated by my ideology. How the fuck I'm going to have a woman in my household that is indoctrinated by the word of somebody else? I'm not going to do it. Back in the game, I had some mentors and they was cold with that Bible. They used that Bible in their household to pick out the right scriptures and make sure they woman. And even my mentors told me, hey, man, you need to get on that Bible. But deep down inside, I always knew I'm never going to train my women or my woman to have an ideology that's outside myself. Because if I train her to this Bible and she pick it up on her own, yeah, she might find some scriptures that go against whatever I'm talking about. So the only doctrine that I'm allowing my woman to hear is the one out my mouth that I come up with. Anything that she starts to believe outside of me is going to be hard for me to get her to think how I think. No, you think what I think. Hey, now maybe some things in this Bible that I do agree with, but I'm not going to say, oh, this is just the gospel for our household. I mean, I ain't read the whole Bible. I can't say that. But you know what I can say? Everything out my mouth is the gospel. Everything out my mouth is the doctrine in this household. So I don't want to train you to anything outside of me. You don't go to nobody but me for the answer. You know, that's just my thing. Cause you're brainwashed. Hey man, ask that hoe. Hey, you ever read the Bible front to back? No, bitch, you haven't. So how the fuck is you so involved in something that you ain't even read? You ain't even read. Oh, they have. You know what? I ain't gonna get into that because people gonna get upset. But bitch, you ain't even read the whole fucking Bible, bitch. So how you so motherfucking living your whole life based on something you ain't never even read? You're brainwashed. So if we're gonna be brainwashed, bitch, then get brainwashed off the shit I'm talking about, since you ain't read that whole motherfucker anyway. You know, that's how I think about it. Hey, who wrote the Bible, ho? Who? I'm just saying, who wrote it? Do you know? You say God, okay, but okay. God talked to somebody and that person wrote it. How you know he was talking to God though? Just what if he was lying? I'm just saying, look, let me cut this out. I'm gonna have my editor cut this part out. I'm gonna have my assistant reach out to you. You got to do it tonight though. Not gonna lie, big homie. I gotta have extra bread to purchase the bundle. I'm not gonna purchase it in the future, regardless. If I'm not, if I'm gonna purchase it in the future, regardless. It's been valuable already. I appreciate it though, for sure, for sure. I wish you were dropping this game in 2022. I'm blessed with 3 boys under 3, but I'm not the man I want to be yet. I made past mistakes, but keep being reminded by my woman about them. Yeah, you gotta get away from a woman who always want to bring up your mistakes. And we got to move forward. We got to move forward. We can't move backwards. You know, you get in this game now though. I used to say to one of my mentors, I'm like, damn man, I blew this broad, I blew that broad, I did this wrong, I do that wrong. I'm like, man, I wish I had this game before. And he say, hey, guess what? Hey, well, you got it now. So ain't no point in talking about what you should have had. Say, guess what? I got it now, and I'm gonna use it now. You know, yeah, man, you just gotta get away from women that bring any discord into your life. I think most men are so, like I said, so deficient emotionally, and it's not even deficient emotionally. What I really think it is it's just like I always say, we are all looking for something outside of ourselves, and that's why we distract ourselves with TV, with entertainment, with drugs, with alcohol, with sex, with this, with that, because we can't sit alone with ourselves. So therefore, you dealing with a woman who talked to you wrong. You dealing with a woman who always gets on your nerves. You dealing with a woman who really not bringing nothing into your life, just to have that companionship, which is really a distraction, to distract us from the fact that we're not where we really want to be in life, and we're not everything that we thought we was when we was kids. And that hurts too much to have to sit in that. And we're so not used to being able to sit still alone with our own thoughts because it's too painful, that we have the distraction of this woman who's not good for us. That's why meditation practice is very good, because it shows you and it helps you develop the skill to be able to be by yourself in silence and listen to your thoughts. You know, when you could do that for a long enough period of time and you're not scared of the silence, then you can be by yourself and you won't be chasing that woman that you know in every way is a problem. She brings nothing good to your life. She brings no money into your life. She drains money from your life. She's unappreciative. She always gives you a problem. She talks to you crazy sometimes. She's sneaky. She's a liar. She always brings up a problem or makes one. So why are you dealing with her? What is she really bringing into your life? If you penciled it out on paper, all the things that she does good, all the things she does wrong, you would see that there's really no benefit in dealing with this woman. So why do you deal with her? It's irrational. What is it irrational? It's that, man, I don't want to be by myself. Why don't I want to be by myself? Because I've never been by myself long enough. I need that distraction. Why do I need that distraction? Because when I sit by myself long enough, I have all this anxiety about everything that I'm not in life that I should be, everything that I'm not doing that I should be doing. And I'd rather not face it. So I'd rather distract myself with this woman. Somebody said, I got to get chose with your mouth closed, God. Good game. Man, great game. Man, get to what to say and how to say it. Should I take 60K and go one state over and 10X within a year, then move to a hotter state like Texas, Southern hospitality, or Miami? I mean, I'm going to say Miami every time. I'm going to say Miami every time. It's not even a question. You know, you can definitely, you got 60K. You invest in yourself in the right way, the right city, the right mindset. You're 1,000X that, you know, but you got to do the right thing in the right time with the right people and with the right mindset. And if you think you're going to do it by yourself, man, you know, take a little bit of that and invest in some mentorship. Get on my program. Somebody said that hit different. What hit different? Any last questions? Any last? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Get in. I'm hitting on these. I'm hitting on these plays. Right. I ain't gonna be doing this too much longer. So listen, get in the Game God Brotherhood. Get in the Players Club because we gonna be doing these type of calls where we can really speak freely. You know, I'm gonna start doing. We do the Zooms every week. Zoom calls every week live with questions and answers. I drop game. I drop courses that you can't even buy in there. You know, and I drop daily game, whatever comes to mind, whatever I'm feeling, you know, whatever people is talking about, a whole community of players really just trying to get everything right, mind, body, and soul. Get in there. Get the game bundle right now. Go get a product. Go get the physical book. Support the movement. Give this to one of your friends. Give this to your brother. Give this to somebody for their birthday. It'll change your life. Yeah, Christmas coming up. Get it now, though. What do you think about a woman who sleep with a white nose pit at night? Man, I ain't even gonna keep talking about these animals, man. Peter on my ass ever since I said what I said about these animals. Listen, whatever you like, whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'll let her know though. That ain't. Hey, check this out. That ain't sanitary. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you ever wipe your dog ass? No. So it's a bunch of shit hanging off his ass and he just sitting in your bed and he been outside all day. Did you wash him when he came in? No, you didn't. So what does that say about this entire house right now? I finally caught a live, just bought the What to Say to How to Say It life changing game. Y'all get the What to Say to How to Say It. Y'all really sleeping on that shit right there. I don't even promote the What to Say and How to Say It will change everything. I got one that's sweet, pours into me, listens, acknowledges me, etc. But I'm not attracted to her because you've been wired to be attracted to the wrong thing. This woman does everything right. She makes me feel good. She does this for me. She does that for me. She makes my life better. My life is better because she's here and I'm not attracted to her. Well, you have to rewire yourself of what's attractive because we only are attracted to the stimuli we've decided we're attracted to. Like some people have types. You know why you have a type? Because you've reinforced that you like that so much. Your brain has wired neurons and to like this thing that you reinforce. So it's really a trick you have to play with yourself. Also, if she really all everything you talking about, then go get her teeth done, go get her titties done, go get her body done, have her get in the gym, and put her together the way you like, because you might not find that again. Hey man, grow the fuck up is what I say. Hey man, you know all these women out here who married to men they not attracted to. That's why I don't be having sex with their husband, which I've never, the concept never registered to me. Why? Because they grew the fuck up and realized, hey, a man that's gonna take care of me, take care of my kids, be a good provider, make sure my life is good. It's gonna be way better than a man that ain't shit, doing this, doing that, and got me and my kids fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So you can turn a woman from a 4 to a 6, even a 7. Man, most women are not like, most women just need to lose weight. Most women just need a little body. If a woman got a good body, which you can buy, got the right teeth, you know, got the right weight off, got the right outfit on, got some swag about herself, you know, is a lady, understands etiquette, knows how to speak right, man, most women could look good if you put the right touches on her. So, man, if she really that valuable and she really, you know, coming up with it for you in everything in every way, then I'll say do that. Or, hey, man, just keep investing in yourself. It's a billion women out here. You ain't got to settle. You can go find another one that treats you like that. But, hey, if you got one, why would you let go of that one? I'm just saying. Hey, man, you realize things that are valuable in life are not hard, not easy to find. You know what I'm saying? If something is really valuable, it's not by definition, value is something scarce, limited. You feel what I'm saying? So, play with it if you want to. Nigga, send that bitch over this way. Man, we ain't gonna have no problem over here. And I'm gonna put my arm around her when we out eating like it's nothing. Hey, I actually had somebody said, do you mess with B12 vitamin tablets? I actually have B12 shots that I take. Yeah, I'm all on a whole nother level. I take my health serious around here. How you think I got this much energy at 11:45 at night? You know, I struggle to find a brotherhood and make friends. When you were homeless, how did you find peers? Hey man, then get in the brotherhood, the players club. Get in that. It's a bunch of like-minded individuals talking about the things we talk about daily. And you get the weekly calls. Uh listen, when I was homeless, I wasn't trying to find peers. I was trying to find me a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when you elevate in life and become valuable and people see you of value, then you'll have no problem meeting people who want to befriend you, meeting people who want to do things with you. That's why you got to invest in yourself and become more valuable in every area. The more valuable you are as a human being, the more people will gravitate towards you because you're clearly valuable, right? And the more you build yourself in every area, mind, body, soul, all of these things, you feel more valuable, you feel more confident, and then you're going to attract more people and you're going to have more better conversation. You're going to exude a certain way that you walk and a way that you talk. It's going to attract that. You know, everybody wants to be around things of value. So when you become more valuable, you'll attract you'll attract more people and friends and things of that nature. My salon told on me. I bought all my women to the same salon. Be like that. I mean, shit. You take a woman to the same restaurant, you got to know, hey, it might be what it's gonna be, and that's why you keep it real with your women. So when the women find out what she gonna say when a woman get in her ear and be like, oh, you know so and so, she gonna be like, yeah, I know. I was with this woman right here when I was on vacation. I went on vacation with these women, and then the next vacation I took her, and some of those women were there, and one of the women tried to get on and talk to her and be like, oh, you know, he was doing this and doing that and doing this. I'm like, hey, bitch, you think you exposing somebody? You ain't exposing nothing. All my woman did was come over here and tell me, hey, be careful with that girl because she thought she was exposing you. So that's why when you keep it real with what you're doing and what you own, you can't never be exposed. You can't expose me, you know? Should I get the Game God bundle or the Game God Brotherhood? Get both. The Game God bundle is all the courses, all the everything. The Game God Brotherhood is only $49 a month. That's I don't even know how much it is. It's a couple cents a day. I don't know what it is. You know, $1 a day. You know, and you get 4 weekly calls, group calls. You get all the game. You get courses that you can't even buy, and then the Game God bundle, you get every course, every blueprint, every book. You don't get every course because there's certain ones for the brotherhood specifically. And I come out with new stuff for the brotherhood regularly. But yeah, you get all my blueprints, all my courses, all my videos, all the past videos, the Game God mentality. You get my credit course that was $2,500 at one point. You get all of this. So you need to get both. I would have been left, but it's hard to leave my boys. I feel like I made a deal with the devil, man. Hey, listen, it be like that. I swear. If people really knew, like, be careful who you have kids with. I feel like if I break up with her, I ain't gonna never see my kids. Well, that's a lie. That's not actually how it is. It's just most men don't decide to go down to the courthouse. You know, she has no more right over your children than you. No, regardless of what they try to make it seem like. No, what they make it seem like is most men don't go down there first. So if you went down there and said, listen, I'm leaving and I'm going to go down right now and get a custody order put in place for 50-50, they're going to give it to you. You know, you said she got to like you a lot. What's the second most important thing you look for? She got to have a pleasing personality. You know, she got to like you a lot. But if she's annoying, if she doesn't have a pleasing personality, if she doesn't know how to speak to you, if she doesn't know how to speak to other people, you know, if just her whole general personality is one that you would say, I find distasteful, she's not pleasing to be around, she needs to be corrected too much, because it doesn't matter how much she likes you. Certain character traits you can't change, or it would take so long to change, it's not even worth it. Find a woman who likes you a lot and has a pleasing personality, who is a likable person. Some people don't know how to be likable. Some women don't even know how to be likable. Find a woman who has a likable baseline personality. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. That's why you got to get in my Game God mentality. I break down one through 9 all the most important things that you need to look for in a woman. You know, and it's really about direction. She got to like you a lot, but she has to be willing to take your direction in a humble manner. You can't just tell her something. She's like, all right, I'll do it. It has to be, yes, daddy. When you tell her to stop doing something, she stops doing it, and it doesn't become a big deal. Because if you can't correct her, it's going to be many things that while you're trying to mold her to be the woman for you, it's going to be so many different things that you're going to be needing to adjust with her to make her tailor fit for you. That if she's not coachable and teachable with a pleasing personality while you correct her, then you're never going to get her to be the woman that you need to be. So you might as well just not even deal with her, because it's always going to be problems. That's why you got to get these courses and these books, man. I don't go into the deep stuff that matters on these lives. Goldie, where can I find a skincare routine in the Players Club? Just ask me for it. Anybody in the see that my skincare routine, I don't even got that for sale. But if you're in the Players Club, you're going to get it. See, get in it right now. GoldieRatio.com. Everything in the description. Get the game bundle right now. You want to get on a mentorship, DM me, DM somebody in the school. Get in the brotherhood, the Players Club. Man, I'm out of here.